Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is TDM Monday, Delta Group, or as we shall now be known, Viska's Merry Minions.
Nope.
We did not
Hell
agree on
no.
that. We agreed on team justice.
No, we did not.
No,
No.
no. Your character is most likely to get stabbed if he tries to bring that up again. Oh yes, I am Alex. I will be playing Viska Bookreader, a flirty tiefling cleric, who has now made out with both a tiefling storm salesman and a succubus. This shall be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Azuzu or T, whichever is easiest to say. I'm playing Galen Crispina, the Warrior of Justice, a fighter warlock.
Becca, you're up next.
I'm Becca. I'm playing Elspeth Alexa, the bard.
I'm
Mac-
Scott. I'm the DM for Delta Group. Trying to see just how deep the shit these guys end up this week.
Hello, I'm Mata. I'm the wizard. And this is all.
I'm Traz. I'm playing Cloud, the Tabaxi Warlock Rogue.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Toto Half Pint, the Halfling Ranger.
And that is Delta Group. So, is there anyone who wants to do the recap of our last session, or shall I do it?
Please go ahead.
Right. Last session we returned to the city, made a deal with the class, bing, in order to take out the remaining leaders of the Myriad. One who was located in the city, Vistingham, establishment one of our new companions was very well acquainted with. Upon learning this, we spent the day preparing, going shopping to get supplies and whatnot. During this time, my character, Viska, met another tiefling, a salesman who was running a pop-up store. In order to annoy some locals, the tiefling and Viska made out in front of them. It was interesting. It was fun. It got Viska a discount, on which he used to buy 2 musical items for the female members of the party. Upon meeting up with the party, Viska gave the 2 ladies the tiny violin and the harp. After this, I believe they were all prepared and ready to go. So they proceeded to the establishment, where the ladies went in to act as employees of said establishment to lure the target into a situation where they were alone. And upon this, they started dealing with everything, whilst the rest of the party remained outside to try and find a way in without getting spotted by the guard. Upon not figuring out a way, our friends Galen and Toto, and I believe Cloud as well, proceeded inside, whilst Galen met the Goliaths that had been released by the party in an earlier session and caused the destruction downstairs. The other 2 proceeded upstairs to help the ladies in whatever situation they might be in. Viska had spotted a lady coming out of the establishment and went to speak to her, finding out this was Aphrodite, one of the higher ranking ladies of the establishment, made a deal with her to release her from a magical binding necklace she had on in exchange for her help. So Viska with Aphrodite proceeded into the building as well, where they charged into the room where the target was tied on the bed, somewhat clothed.
Was he clothed at all?
No.
Bare essentials.
Yeah. At which point, Viska kept to his end of the bargain and ran to a drawer to obtain the key to unlock the choker / necklace on Aphrodite.
Prompting the nearby wardrobe to open.
Yes,
Carry on.
In which Scott's little friend, a BDSM goblin, jumped out with a whip, attacking Viska as he passed it twice, unlocking the necklace / choker on Aphrodite to reveal her form of a succubus, at which point she pounced on the target and literally drained him dry. After this, the party divided the spoils, and Viska, in his infinite curiosity, asked to make a contract with the succubus. I, luckily enough, succeeded on the Constitution saving throw to make said contract when she kissed me. So, what happens from here? We do not know, but all I know is it's going to be fun. I believe that covers it. If there's anything I missed, please fill it in.
Aside from Galen's close encounter with justice, I think we'll leave the rest till as most of the recaps pretty much.
Let's not discuss that. That left me quite scarred for the rest of the night.
Well,
Oh, that reminds me. We did manage to set. Me and Toto had them planned to treat our friend Galen to a night of justice.
Oh yes.
Oh no, not just justice and honor.
Yeah, let's not do that. I think I will have a breakdown at that point. Forget Galen.
well, covered most of it from last time, and we're going to just jump back into the immediate aftermath as soon as Viska and Aphrodite are finished locking lips. The rest of the party are just sitting here, just like, so that just happened. If anyone would like to take it from there, you are on the second floor of the good old time gentlemen's club, shall we call it? And you've just dealt with one of the members of the class that you were asked to deal with.
Myriad, not class.
Oh, Myriad, sorry.
Don't worry, we
He
plan
can't
on
remember
dealing.
his own story.
Yeah, don't worry, we plan on dealing with the class another time. But there's a certain member of the
I looked
class.
at the wrong part of the sheet. Excuse me, right?
No problem.
Literally spider. I'm literally that guy in the meme with all the spider diagrams, just like staring at the screen. That is me right now.
No problem.
But yeah, dealing with Primal Dan. How did the party wish to proceed in the immediate aftermath?
Should
Just
we
ask,
get
how
out
long's
of
it been since the ladies originally came in?
Well, the original walking in and scouting out till now, it's been like an hour at most.
So in this whole time, Cloud's still had his disguised self up, so he's gonna reactivate it just to keep that up, and nod to Toto.
Should we get the fuck out of here? I feel like we just killed somebody, so we should leave.
That
Might
is
possibly.
usually a good idea.
Maybe we
Yes,
should
I
hide the
agree.
body. Maybe we put him in the gimp suit.
I
I don't
don't
think
think he'd fit in the goblin gimp suit.
Actually, yeah, where are the guards at this point? Because there was a guard who was standing guard, but we managed to persuade him not
He
to
went
be.
downstairs to get a drink.
So we need to act quite quickly.
Who can get rid of this body?
Ooh.
Um,
Um,
Who's got a bag of holding? Let's stuff it in a bag.
I've got a
I think-
disguise kit. I could make him look like he's sleeping.
You could like paint eyes on his eyelids.
Exactly.
Considering the state of him, I don't think that'll work unless you can literally reliquify him.
Yeah, that's true.
Galen was actually had his eye closed the moment he actually saw the kerfuffle in the room, because I think he came just as the chap died. So he's just going to turn around and just start going down the stairs just to make sure that people are distracted downstairs. And if the guard is coming up, I'm going to make sure I have a chat with him.
Cloud's just on the say, maybe we should just lock the door of his little dungeon and leave him there.
Honestly, I think we should tuck him into bed, make him look like he's had a very, very long night, and that he's sleeping, and then that will give us more than enough time to fuck off.
That's going to be a very long night.
1 second. Can I do a knowledge check to see if I could figure out what sort of being other than a succubus could cause this sort of, let's say, drainage of a human body?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. See if you can
Which
identify
knowledge?
some other creature. It could probably do a similar kind of effect to this.
Yeah, which knowledge do you want me to roll for it?
Make it Arcana, because this is not a natural thing. This is beyond physical, as much as some people might believe they can.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 9.
Oh, jack shit. You're still kind of like got that kind of mild buzz after Aphrodite smacked the lips on you. You're just like, this is great. I love it.
Um,
Let's just wrap him up in bed. Let's just do that.
yeah.
I can attempt to make him look
Okay.
less dead.
I can help you with that.
Mhm.
Do you want to do a sleight of hand check each and try and see how much you can fix this all up? Fucking hell! Okay, what do you want to do with him? Fuck it.
I just want to make him look like he's still alive. He's had a very long night, so I'll put some bruises and some scratches around him, and then tuck him into bed.
Right, okay, as you're rather uncomfortably precise in
I've done this
going
before,
about
don't
doing all
worry.
this on a whimsy, I'll say that with that's all fine. Cloud, you get to deal with the goblin. Or at least
No, we
the
put it back in
remaining
the
of the
fucking.
goblin.
We put him back in the cupboard.
Put him back in the closet. I can only describe the sensation of when you pick him up and when you try and put him in, you can just feel that it feels like the suit's a lot less full, and he's essentially like an old toothpaste thing, just like squeezed out. Then you're like, ew, 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 just put him in there, shut the door.
After the first touch, Cloud probably leans over, grabs the chain that's holding him in place, and just pulls him into the cupboard, and then just like kicks the door shut, pushing him.
After CSI Taldori shit's all over done with. That's it, he's pretty much covered the
Anti-CSI, hang
tracks.
on. I don't know if you've ever watched CSI, this is not what they do in CSI.
Yeah, this is counter CSI.
I was about to say reverse CS. Reverse. Oh, in the opposite. Okay, right, whatever. Cover up. But yeah, so that's all taken care of. And as our good friend Gallon is just keeping watch, he just sees one of the guards coming up the stairs at the opposite end of the corridor.
I'm
with-
gonna go right up to him and put my arm across his shoulder. I said, "My friend, please help a blind,
Whoa, easy, easy.
please help a blind person out. Where's the bar?"
Oh shit! And he kind of looks and just notices the bandages on the legs. He's like, "Oh shit! Right. Okay. First of all, why are you on your own? No one helping you? It's like, just come with me. Come with me." He puts his hand around you and just starts like guiding you down the stairs.
Thank you.
Right, I think we're all stopped here. Aphrodite, is there a way for us to get out without the party downstairs seeing us?
Thanks for a moment, and kind of go and kind of just leans against the door frame and thinks, "Not really," without drawing more attention outside. Question. Suck it up and go straight downstairs. How good
How
your
about
poker face?
Actually, I have an idea.
I'm gonna drape my arm across Viska and go, how about it looks like you've escorting us down?
That and I undo my top slightly and just scruffle my clothes. Darling, would you mind doing my hair for me? I think you're probably better suited for that.
I'm gonna ruffle his hair and make it look like he's been having a good time.
Ladies, I extend my arms. Shall we?
Okay, so you guys are all ready to go. Toto and Cloud follow.
Toto is like dry heaving over the thought of having killed somebody. He's like,
Cloud sort of just tapping him on the back, going, "It's all right, my friend."
He's definitely dead. He's definitely dead.
Yes, and you pretty much did it. It was amazing. Your shot was perfect. You
Right.
almost shot him straight in the eye. It was amazing.
Just really holding it back, the vomit.
Hold back till you get downstairs, then have a drink, then you can do that.
Go on, let me buy you a drink.
Toto just like looks at the floor and just does a thumbs up.
Just maybe not here.
Yes, come on. Let's go.
As you all descend down the stairs, Cloud consoling Toto for nearly being the one shot, one kill master from last week, last time, which was fucking amazing. And Viska walking down like fucking Hugh Hefner after a good night, like, oh hey everyone.
Good
Maka following-
evening.
Good evening, yeah. Maka falling behind. I would say you guys get downstairs, you see the various revelers and the staff are all just having a good time. Seems like things are starting to kind of are kind of going into just a regular sort of party vibe now. There's that particular perverse businessman who's approaching Maka and Elspeth going, "Our appointment's still good for tomorrow."
Oh yes,
Sir.
of course. Tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
how much
Tomorrow.
did he offer you two for tomorrow? Because whatever it is, I'll double it.
Oh
As
no.
the friend
Whoa.
just sits in a nearby chair and is shocked. Really? You'll double it, will you?
It's just how good these two ladies are.
I need to make a deposit because I might actually just. He just looks you up and down. That sort of like not scornful, but very much a case of I very much doubt you could afford one of them kind of vibe he's giving you.
Oh, trust me, my skills make up for what I lack in coins sometimes.
Like a persuasion check to see if he'll bugger off.
No, I'm trying to get him to outbid me.
For
Doesn't
something
just
that we're
hear
not going to be coming back to.
Sorry, wrong one.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The
jeez.
one ab-
No, that's still the wrong one.
Take the
Oh, it
one
doesn't.
above.
It's there. There.
The
It's
first.
a 7.
I might
I wish it wasn't PCR, PCR, PCR. Jesus.
Well, I don't believe you, little blue boy. But I can barely get some eyes that you can barely afford your next meal at this rate. And as Lean kind of leans in very sarcastic and goes, although I imagine it would have been quite.
You
I was
cut
walking
out
away,
there,
just
Scott.
having a.
Yeah, you cut out while she was saying that, Scott.
Oh, sorry. He's just basically taking the piss out of you and just like walks away, going, waving to the lady, says, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you
Without him.
tomorrow.
Darn.
So yeah, that was a miserable failure.
I do apologize. I did try to get you some more gold.
We're not coming back to collect it tomorrow anyway.
Okay.
So, join the
Gallon.
party or leave?
Gallon.
Leave. You
Gallon,
can get out
come
here.
on. Gallon, come on.
Ah.
We're leaving.
But the guard just bought me around.
Yeah, get the blind fella a double. Yeah, just make sure he's taken care of.
The blind fella is not meant to be drinking. He's meant to be on duty.
And at which point you hear a very set of heavy footsteps approach behind Gallon, and he just gets the hands just massive, just like on his shoulders, went, for justice!
For justice!
It's one of the Goliath shows up behind them.
Jeez. We'll pick you up in the morning, Gallon.
Has the
Oh
drink
yes,
arrived?
ladies and gentlemen, make sure our friend here has a good night with honor and justice. He specifically wants to spend the night with those two. Make sure he does.
For justice.
Shall we go now?
Okay. I'm gonna down my drink and add the comment about honor and justice cost expedited retreat on myself and just bolt out the door.
Okay. I'll let you do the expedition retreat on one condition. Constitution safe for downing your drink.
Yep. Come on, big money. No money.
As you manage to dart through the crowd with uncanny ability, as you're running towards the door, there's a little buffet from a nearby seat. It's just a little too far out, and you just go trip and freewheel it straight out the door.
That's
And
alright.
everyone just kind of looks for a moment as if like, what the that was and just all burst out laughing. And then carry on with their evening.
But I'm outside.
Yep, you're outside, face first in like the doorway.
Fantastic.
Till the guard turns you around facing back in.
The guards outside are just looking at me as if like, meh. They just carry on looking forward. Oh, you're all outside. After a few moments, you dust Gallon off.
Make myself presentable again. Well, that was fun.
What exactly happened up there?
Killed a guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's just put it this way. You don't want to know, it's too much for your innocent little mind.
As you're saying that, Aphrodite walks to his other side and just runs his hand through his hair at the back of the neck, just as you says innocent little mind. Someone walking past.
Who's she?
Oh, this is Aphrodite. I guess
Hi.
a partner in crime. Exceedingly beautiful and talented partner in crime.
Where did he meet?
She's the lady who came out. The one you didn't see, but those two saw. Pointed to Cloud and Toto.
Oh, okay.
How much can you see with those blindfolds on?
I can see. I can see my hand. I put my hand out. I can see. I can that's about it.
Really? Let's try that. I just slowly move my fist towards his face. Just tell me when.
Now, here's a question. Is it going from the side? Because I probably won't have depth perception on the side.
I'll say it's just a little bit off to your right.
I may just be able.
Dun, 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 dun. Just about an inch from his face.
Yeah, I'll be
Just
able.
hovering there for a minute, just with the first eyeball nailed right through his face, just a little
If
bit.
he doesn't say anything, I just flick the side of his face.
I'll move it aside because I can see.
And it's back to the side, just a little tap to his face. Just
Ow!
So you have some sight, but no depth perception, it seems.
No, blind.
Interesting.
You said you could see a certain amount.
I
I was
can see
just
my
making.
hat
Yeah,
just outside.
yeah, that's what I was checking. You can only see directly in front of you.
When
So-
you drink, do you still get the spins?
Sometimes.
Considering that's more a biological thing rather than a natural sight thing, I would expect so.
Interesting.
Yes, heck, you could be blind and deaf and still get the spins from drinking.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I think we need to find a place for tonight.
you
Is
guys,
that- Yes.
up to you guys. Do you wish to find somewhere for the night?
Yes. Is there anywhere you could recommend which would be out of your former employer's group's sites, shall we say?
Able to recall. Photo.
Oh, sorry. Me.
Yeah, he says you might be
Oh.
able to recall if you think, or if you were double check to see if you actually hear that, because it was just going very, very quiet there. I was like, check first.
Yeah. I sorry. Yeah, I heard it. I didn't know it was aimed at me. Yeah, sorry. Do you want me to do like
It
a
was aimed
check?
at both Aphrodite and you because both of you have better idea of the area than us.
Do you want me to do a check or anything to see if I remember? Or is there anywhere that I know of that we could all stay
I
at?
think you would kind of know offhand that there's a couple of inns not too far out that are in a decent, fairly close by that you can go and visit, and that probably won't ask any questions as a sort of like run off from the good old time.
Okay.
Because it goes like, okay, we've now had the fun up there. Let's just kind of like step off to elsewhere.
Where's the best place? that
Probably
I would
just
recommend?
you probably remember the nearest place that's probably inexpensive and probably no questions asked would just be a tavern that's about 3 streets down and to the left.
Okay, I relay that
It's called
information over.
O'Malley's.
I'm like, there's a tavern down here. It's all gonna be good. They're good people.
Okay then, and I'll take your word for it.
I'll just lead the way.
Which
Did
point,
Aphrodite come out with us?
yeah, she's a couple of paces ahead, just kind of looking around.
I'll go up to her. Are you okay now, Aphrodite?
Oh, that the appetizer, my dear.
So you still need more?
Just kind of turns very slowly and just kind of gives you not a death stare, but a very much gives you. I haven't had anything in a while. A bit, just an appetizer right now.
Then may I make one request? If you do need to,
Half cock smile just comes and goes, and that would be.
well, if I am not enough to satisfy you alone, My request is you maybe pick off members of the myriad if you can find them. I'm sure they'd be easy enough prey for someone as talented as you.
Thinks for a moment and goes. I do hear most of those types that tend to be wild mounts, and gives you a really cheeky wink if she starts to just follow the rest of the party. We all kind of gather up and start walking towards O'Malley's. Takes about a good 10-minute walk, but you get there. It's not quiet as in bad for business, but quiet as a case of doesn't seem to be much disturbance here.
Um,
Barkeep's
Joe?
behind the bar right now, just kind of counting out some gold familiar.
Good evening.
Oh, sorry. Puts the coin purse away. Goes,
It's quite all right. Sorry for interrupting you. I was wondering how much it is for a room and food for in the morning.
well, it's 10 silver for food and a night's rest. Got a couple of rooms you could probably fit 2 or 3 in. Depends on your budget. How tight you wish to all bundle up.
Small smirk comes across Viska's face. As
It
tight
does.
as that. Yeah. As cozy as I would like it. The others might disagree with my idea. Who wants a room to themselves?
Me. And I want the biggest bed you have.
So,
It
would
looks at you
that
and goes,
be-
like, that be matter of perspective, and he just kind of looks at noticing how small you actually are in comparison to him.
I think a regular bed would be the biggest bed for him, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah.
I like my beds. I like my bed like I like my women. Big. Real big.
Really? From what we've heard about you and from what you've said, you like your women like your doors open.
Well,
Okay, the barkeep's just kind of looking at the pair of you as if, like, what this is like eyes darting back and forth to whoever's speaking, just like, ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm not fast. I'll for the sake of the group, I can take a medium-sized bed. That's the best I can do.
Me and Marika here can share. I'm sure.
I'm more than happy at joining on that.
I think
Yes, we can.
I think it'll be a girls' only night tonight. Thank you though.
Aww.
Cloud puts his arm around Viska and says, don't worry, my friend. I'll share a room with you.
I point at you two and I'm like, boys' night.
Trust me, if this kitty wants to purr, I can make that happen.
I'm
Got
getting a
it.
different room.
Galen think that
Now that's what you call 2.5 men.
Even the barkeep's just sitting there like, ooh, getting a little bit flustered on the cheeks, going, well, you certainly are a lively bunch. So,
yes. Right, so 3 rooms, so 30 silver. I put that on the counter for him.
over the keys. At that point, I would like to point out that your Eladrin paladin behind you is just kind of stopped and he goes, I believe, my friends, I can't go with you. At this point, I've realized that the company I keep, while you all endeavor to do good, are not really my cup of tea.
Oh,
All the best,
no.
however, I must make my own way in this world.
Galen's gonna put his hand on a random person's shoulder and say, "My brother, regardless of what happens, Team Justice will remain." And then
Who
give,
are you, young man, touching me? And just like, oh, I'm just gonna bat you off.
oh, sorry, wrong person. Try another person. And this person, he's gonna give him a hug as well.
Don't worry, if you
And
want justice,
as you
we'll
wrap
sort it
your
out for later.
hands around this deceptively muscular figure, just as they stand up, kind of almost taking you with them as they stand up a little bit off your feet. Oop.
Um,
Is
hold
it
on,
everyone else sees this large half orc just turn and go,
hold on.
Really?
I'm gonna be patting
Hang on,
him on his
hang on.
chest,
Is the
right?
half orc male or female?
Nail?
I'm gonna be patting
I
him on
do
his chest.
apologize for my friend. He's attracted to big and muscular beings such as yourself.
He likes green. He just loves the green.
Hold on. This isn't him. Hold on. I'm gonna be patting him on his chest. Not this is far more squishy. Not
Do me a
enough.
favor, make a dex check as you start randomly patting.
Just a normal dex.
Come on, be low. Come on.
Yes.
As he stood up and you've been let go a little bit, it's like, oh, sorry, it's like, as you start patting, your hand goes a lot lower than it intended.
By any chance, does the orc rise again?
He just kind of looks down with this very confused and uncomfortable look.
As I said, my friend likes big and muscular. I do apologize for him. Unless you're interested in him, at which point.
No, hold on.
What?
This clearly isn't Taksim. Hold on. Hold on. No, it's not him.
As you guys are all kind
Keep
of, this is
feeling
all
you might
happening,
find
Pax
some
seems
more-
away.
Yeah.
He's just kind of, as he noticed you touching random strangers, he's just like, I'm out before anything gets weirder. And
Keep touching, you might find some wood soon.
the half orc just kind of looks at you and just kind of goes, stop it. And just kind of shoos you off.
Oh, sorry.
Galen, Texim's left. And if you can't
Uh,
keep your hands to yourself, I'm going to have to put you in some form of binding.
At which point Aphrodite's just sitting in the is just sat down somewhere and just got this big little cheeky grin forming on her face as soon as you mention bindings. She's like,
If you
really?
want to show me some more techniques than the ones I already have,
Thinks for a moment, goes perhaps, and starts heading upstairs.
What room's the succubus in? Because I don't feel comfortable staying in a room with a succubus.
um, ah,
I believe she got left behind to run
uh,
the brothel.
She's here.
With you
Right.
guys.
Is she? Where the fuck did
At
you
which
bring
point
a
I say-
succubus with us?
sorry, Toto. Looks like you're pairing up with Cloud. As I go with Aphrodite.
out of character, I just want to point out that the girls have taken a room. Toto and Cloud have taken a room.
I would leave you.
Galen's just got the bar at this point. No one's concerned about Galen the Blind just sitting
We've
at the bar.
considered Galen, and I figured Galen's probably going to pass out. Then we're going to draw straws to see who takes him to what.
Actually, that does make sense. Galen is going to be weeping at the bar and just ordering drinks for himself.
Oh,
As most retire for the evening, Galen's just going to be sitting at the bar, blindly ordering drinks. It's just a little moment here, just like, after all that, it's a case of, for justice, drink, drink, drink. Everyone else, I'm guessing, is going to basically retire for the evening.
Ye-
Anything you want to do, kind of, whilst you are taking time out for yourselves?
Well, let's see. First things first.
I know you've got a list. I know you have. She'll
Well-
get to it in a minute.
Yeah. First things first. For anything, I'm using cure wounds on myself.
you're about to get a long rest.
Succubus.
I'm going
Okay.
with a succubus. I'm going to use cure wounds on myself first.
You're going to get a point of exhaustion, surely.
Because I'm doing that at the second level. So I heal 9. So that pretty much puts me back up to maximum. So
Yeah, kind of sit there, cure wounds. We're going to jump back from you guys a sec and do Maka, Elspeth, and have anything that you guys wish to do.
I'll probably go drinking with Galen for an hour or so. See if Toto wants to come. I owe him a drink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the boys having a drink.
Boys,
Yes.
with the exception of Viska, who's going to be a lot less blue when he next appears.
Or a lot more blue, depending on what he's into.
Viska's very open. Anything and everything could possibly happen.
Elspeth is going to be sitting in her bed. She's going to pull out a really well-worn notebook and just start doodling in it, and then she's going to fall asleep.
Do you wish to do anything before your long rest?
I want to play on the wall. I need to practice with it.
Is
Yeah,
Maka
favor, make a performance check.
is Maka doing that in her room, or is she doing that in the kind of bar area? Because if-
In the, would you rather do it in the bar or would you rather do it in the room in private?
Mm, in a bar.
Yeah, sing song, sing
In the
song.
bar, make a
sing
performance
song.
check.
Mm,
Can I give her
not
advantage?
really.
Can I give her advantage by saying sing song, sing song, sing song?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
With a little bit of encouragement. Just
Okay.
after a rocky start, you managed to get it back on track and it's fairly pleasant. Considering you're a beginner, you're doing pretty well.
Galen's gonna do a rendition of the Justice anthem, but in a far more somber manner. And then right at the end, instead of taking a shot, he's just gonna pour it out for me. Taksim, who has had to depart.
Yeah, after a few drinks, Toto starts to cry as well.
Wow, I've just seen a massive mid drop in this group tonight.
Cloud just sees the whole everything, just him crying. He's upset. Such met the sorry, just a so downer that Cloud just like grabs the rest of the bottle and goes off back to the room. Just has a drink and goes to sleep away from the downers.
As the night carries on, gets to the little hours in the morning, you guys have had a few drinks, rather somber end to a really messy day, is the best polite way to describe it.
For most of the party.
First of the party. We're going to go and see what Viska's up to.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm also going to use enhanced ability on myself.
You take Viagra, okay?
I'm using Bear's endurance, ironically, yeah. So I get advantage on Constitution checks, and I gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Hey.
As Aphrodite is just sitting there and she starts to move certain items of her clothing, she goes, "Okay, little blue man, what do you want to learn first?"
Yo, cleric, cast silence on the room so none of the rest of us have to fucking hear you.
I'm going to
call.
And
like,
I know you have that fucking spell because I play a cleric.
yes, I know I have it. Whether I use it or not's the question. Plus, it's
It's level 3, isn't it?
no, it's level 1.
Mm.
But it is a concentration spell. I don't think my mind's going to be in the right place to concentrate on a spell.
As she's sitting there, kind of just being all alluring and sensual and shit, I would like you to make your Constitution save, please. What's
13 on the save.
13. Let me have a look. Ask, maybe later.
That can only mean it's something very interesting or something very good.
For a moment, mutter something in Infernal.
I do
Right.
speak Infernal.
Yeah, I know you can speak Infernal. I'm just saying is that she's saying that just as she pounces on you.
Didn't you get advantage on Constitution saves, or was it just checks?
Checks.
Ah,
Constitution save, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I should really have these things booked up before session, but I'm been so busy. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
went the wrong way.
I mostly did it for the extra hit points because I plan on feeding her.
Yeah, you're gonna need them.
Yep.
One memento, please. But you failed.
Ooh, damn! So,
Yeah, your hit point maximum is reduced by that.
reduced by that.
Yes.
Oh.
Until you finish a long rest, which you won't be getting this evening.
Can I hear the noise going on in their room?
I'm gonna say yes.
Can I prestidigitation a very loud knock on the wall?
If you want to join, you're more than welcome.
I don't want to join. I want you to shut up so I can get some sleep.
Right.
Right, okay, so after that's all done and with, next morning, early afternoon for you, Viska, as you limp down the stairs.
Very
Everyone else
much
has had
so.
the benefit of a long rest. You, however, only a short one.
Yeah, I'm still on full hit points. Off 5.
Until you finish a long rest, not a short one.
Yeah, my maximum hit points are now 5.
I know, this is gonna be great.
Fuck.
Best thing is, I've still got a shit-eating grin on my face.
What happens? Sorry to be a downer. What happens when you finish concentrating on enhanced ability, which only lasts an hour, and it gave you 7 extra max hit points?
The thing was, it took from maximum hit points. So by default, it didn't take from temporary hit points. It automatically went from
Okay.
maximum one.
Good catch, but I think he's covered for the time being.
I wasn't trying to kill him, I was just fucking intrigued. If he'll just be walking along and suddenly he'll lose concentration and drop dead for no reason.
I think we can all agree there are worse ways to go.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, as you all gather up at a little pre-made table, it's not exactly fancy, but there's a little bit of charm to it with the way they've set things up for you guys. With your little room numbers all kind of like on little kind of not post-its, but little kind of notes on like a circular table with you guys all just now enjoying a fairly basic breakfast. A little bit of bacon, some scrambled egg. Nothing too fancy, but it'll do. And of course, you see the big shit-eating grin on Viska's face as he then joins you just after you guys all finish breakfast.
I do check with Aphrodite to make sure to see if I did satisfy her hunger enough.
And does that sideways motion with her hand going, eh?
I do apologise. I wish I could have given you more, milady.
At the breakfast table, can I turn to him and go, we seriously can't take a succubus around with us?
Wait, who's a succubus?
I am. It's part of my bloodline.
I knew it!
Immediately as Aphrodite's kind of just picking it out at the plate that she's got in front of her, she immediately starts kind of like sort of partial feeding Viska at the table and just starts eyeballing everyone else at the table.
oh.
Oh. Elspeth checks out at this point. She gets up and she walks out the door. And shouts on her way out, "I'll be outside when you come to your senses."
I do have all my senses, darling.
No, you do not.
Well, you're right there.
I've
One
gone
is
out
a
the door.
little knob.
Like, the door is closed, I can't hear you.
I would like to say to Gallon, Cloud, and Mako, if she's still there at the table, I apologise for the state I was in last night. I will try and not to cry again, and or urinate myself. So,
I was
Toto,
wondering what the smell was this morning.
Toto,
yeah.
first one's fine. You can cry anytime. I don't mind. You're a member of this party now. The second one, try not to get in such a state that you do that again. If you really need to go, find a bathroom.
If you do it again, do not leave your wet underwear in the same room as me.
Noted. Cats have sensitive smell.
Exactly.
Which
to know.
begs the question, did you have a change of clothes?
No,
Why are you going commando?
I am currently wearing no pants.
Macadid, do you know prestidigitation?
Yes, I will perception.
Thank you. They're clean. Put them on.
Did you
And-
rather unsubtly just take out your soiled underwear in the middle of the inn and then have Maka just kind of like tentatively kind of just do that whole batting motion where she just kind of like ew, and clean.
Ugh, nice. And they're warm like radiator pants.
Yeah, there's a little bit of warmth to them.
Yes.
What? Out of game, what the fuck are radiator pants?
It's when you put your pants on the radiator when if you have a shower or whatever, and then when you put them on, they're nice and toasty.
You didn't know that?
I don't tend to warm up my underwear before putting it on.
Oh, that's the best.
It's like when you put your underwear on after they come straight out of the dryer. It's just
I would like to repeat, welcome to Delta Group.
Yeah.
Don't know how this happened.
I mean, you
So
can
don't
always-
one request. Don't put them on here.
Right.
Find the toilet and put them on in there.
Good call. Good call. I like it. I like the way you think.
Why you giving the little man a hard time? If he wants to fly free and be natural, that's his choice.
Cloud, I don't mind him flying free. I'm more worried about. Well, you've seen how excitable he gets.
And it's highly amusing.
Yes, what I don't want is him acting as a compass because he's flying free.
Well, at least we definitely can see his direction.
It's like all compass.
I come back after putting them on, and I like really stretch my legs out to really like break them in. It's like, yeah, these are good. These are good to go.
They're like brand new, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, after breakfast or lunch, in some people's case,
Yes.
it's still early in the day. How do you wish to proceed?
Galen will need to go pick up his items if they're ready.
Okay, yes.
I almost called myself Sassa there for fuck's sake. Elspeth isn't outside the door when they leave. I'm gonna send the DM a message about what Elspeth is doing.
Okay. As everyone else is all,
Well, I think
you're all
everyone.
following Galen, I'm guessing.
I'm going to head with Aphrodite back to the establishment because. 1 second.
Yeah. Cloud will say, "Do you want some company
Not for this.
or
I'm
some
going-
backup, just in case?"
No, you go with the others. I'm going to go with Aphrodite to try and find some paperwork off last night's guest. If that's okay with you, Aphrodite.
Is returning to the scene of the crime really a good idea?
I just point at Toto and just nod like, "Yeah."
We did kill a guy in there.
Which no one will know as long as you be quiet.
At which
I'm
point
just
you
saying
can
it's a
feel
bad
the
idea.
gentle rub of our middle finger just going across one of your horns. He goes, "How about you boys go play for a while and I'll go and get the paperwork?" Are looking for documentation of some sort on the guests.
Yes. Also, yes. If we meet back here, sometime in the early evening, that sound good to you?
Did we have other people in the city to get, or is that it? Are we done in the
That
city?
was it. The other
That's
two are
everybody.
outside of the city.
Yeah.
All I've got on my notes just says Monica Bing, maybe shapeshifter.
Well done. I've got Jorhan, who's a elf, half elf in
With black
Zephyra,
hair.
and Monica, who's possibly a human in Drina.
We've done Kamal Dundan, those in Steuben.
Kymel done.
Kamal
Kaimel
sorry.
Dan was the one that you've just dealt with in Stilben.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Zephyr, there was Joran, who was the other health elf now.
The
and
health
then
elf.
Rhina, there was Monica,
Yeah.
the human.
Petition to change half elf to health elf.
All in favour?
Aye.
I
Off. But, sorry, I couldn't resist. But, from what you were last told, that's where those the other targets were positioned.
I'm. I think the information from here might help, and giving an extra day to find out a little more information, not from one specific source, would help greatly. Don't you agree? Literally till the rest of the party who's still there.
mean, how do we know how far away these places are? Like from here?
Someone buy a map.
I have a rough idea of how far they are.
Ooh,
I
Get a
map.
map
Ooh.
and a map and like a compass and stuff. If
If
that's
anyone
what-
has it in their kit, yeah, I would say you probably could tell if you check through your inventory and find if you've got any of those particular any items that might help you discern where you are. Otherwise, it's time for you to find someone with a map and buy a map.
Right, so meet back here this evening, if that's okay with everyone else. Because if we meet back here, have another night here, then once we figure out which one's the best place to go to first, we can proceed in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That would.
Yeah.
Okay. Toto, I do have one request.
Yes.
Don't go visit his sister today.
I will do my best to stay away from any women. I just got clean pants and I aims to keep it that way.
As you say this, door opens and you hear a familiar voice going, "Half pint!"
Ah,
Come
shit.
round. It's the sister.
What's the sister's name?
The
Oh, yeah,
sister, that's her
check.
name.
Do I even
No,
remember the
insight,
sister's
insight,
name?
sorry. Roll me an insight check to see if you remember.
Oh no. Oh, 10.
Give me a name.
Lucille.
And it comes up with it at half pace.
I'm going to
Lucille?
insight to see if she's pissed.
Well, insight check if you want, yeah. You know nothing.
I'm too distracted. There's
And
another.
comes up to you total a half pace, and immediately just backhands you across the face, just like.
I'm gonna avoid using a name from now on and just be like, "Oh, come on, baby. Uh, how have you been? Ouch."
It looks at you very cross. It's like going, well, you left in the middle of the night, and you got my name wrong the second time.
Ooh, that girl's pissed.
Ah,
Once I'd have been willing to forgive because yeah, drinking happened, affect shorter people. As everyone tells me, I never believed that. But anyway, second time, I am not shit fly, and she's kind of just doing a whole finger wagging kind of thing. She's like starting to go a little bit puffy around the cheeks. It's just like how she's like angry, but also quite upset. More
I'm-
sort of like holding back the tears as opposed to trying to like keep the volume down, but also shout at you, kind of thing.
I gently lean in and whisper in his ear. You owe me for this.
for what?
Silence.
You keep asking. Well,
I
no
did.
one in that immediate sort of like 20-foot radius can hear anything, but everyone else is just looking at it going, what the hell is this mind map all about? Oh, right, Devil Boys cast thing. Let's just keep out of it. And people just go back to eating their lunch.
So
Also,
is it
like,
just her just yelling and no
yeah, she's
sound?
just yelling at you, and yet there's no noise. But she's that caught up in it, and she's starting to tear up a little bit. She's not actually registered the fact that you can't hear anything. She sees you just nodding along.
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend that I'm hearing it and I'm taking it all in, and then I'm also gonna like give a sly thumbs up to Viska.
At which point I just tap. I literally do 3, point to the door, and just tap everyone else on the shoulder, and just motion to head out.
Oh, so I'm just there on my own.
Yeah, basically I've just said, give it 3 minutes, then come out the door.
Okay. So
We'll wait for you.
I'm just taking the inaudible battering.
Exactly.
As you get to like the second minute, she's literally just like floods of tears right now, and just like our kind of like reasonably pale complexions now just going like really deep red, as she's
I'm
just
just
like
gonna.
going at it.
Yeah, I am gonna like do a face of empathy and then like put one hand on her shoulder and just nod along. Just playing the good listener. Uh, until I feel like maybe she's got it out, and then when I feel like it looks like she's got it all out, then I'll leave.
Just about the third minute, and she's just basically like out of wind, just like for most people it would be a case that she'd be a head on their shoulder at this point, but she has to kind of almost perch down the way, almost bending the knee to your height.
And then I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what she's saying, so I'm just gonna say, "I'm glad you got that off your chest."
At the moment he goes to open his mouth, I drop silence. So she hears him say, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
And then I'm gonna turn and leave. Goodbye, Susan.
At that point, see, just as you're approaching the doorway, I'm gonna hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Does Cloud see her face go dark?
Yes.
I'm
Gallon?
gonna get
Is there
killed.
any way I can grab Toto and
Gallon?
just
Cloud?
She
floor
misses
it?
anyway. She misses anyway. As you're about to push past the doorway, Cloud just notices that she's just picked up a bottle and just kind of like, well, half crying, tossed it at you. And it missed anyway, so it's fine. And just smashes at the doorway.
I'm
At
gonna
which
come
point,
outside and just say, I think that went well.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah, come on. Literally pick Toto up by the scruff of his neck and carry him along.
Okay. I just pick him up. He said, like, come here, you, and just start running with him.
Yeah, just run!
That's going to have to be something we're going to have to look out for the whole time we're here. So keep an eye out, guys.
Her or just people you've slept with?
Well, we'll see.
Well, after we get this job with the Myriad done, we're heading to Westrun anyway, aren't we?
Yes.
So we can start this all over again there.
Westron,
Yes, it's where I'm based at the moment.
I've just come to the sudden realization that I know nothing about any of you.
Don't
I know
worry.
we've got myriad people to take out, but
Yes, don't worry about that. We can talk about all that stuff this evening. For the moment, just try not to bite your tongue, as I'm literally still carrying him whilst running and make sure that girl doesn't come out and take another shot at him.
yep. That's the best thing to do is just keep going. She's persistent lady. That's how I ended up here in the first place. Anyway, where are we going?
I don't think it's just her fault you ended up in this situation.
Nope, 100%. 100% her fault. I
But
am irresistible.
You don't regret it though, do you?
No regrets.
Good man.
As you boys are all.
Even I know when to keep it in.
Keep it in
Oh,
where?
Pigeon just flies by and goes, no, you don't, no, you don't, no. And just flies back.
Man, you spent the night with a succubus. That's 10 times worse.
Maybe, but it was a once in a lifetime experience.
That, from the looks of it, almost killed you because, apart from the big ass grin that you've had on all morning, you do look like death, warmed up slightly.
Yeah, man. One hit and you're dead for sure.
I've had worse nights.
I don't doubt it.
So,
As you,
so in
as the
all-
lads have all kind of started wandering, and I'm guessing Maka's like 20 feet behind, going and just like, you assholes kind of thing. I'll say he's bumping into Elspeth in about 5 minutes, just kind of wandering around as
so
if she was
I
coming
mean,
back.
in all of this, because Galen really wasn't paying attention to what was behind him, he's probably been lost around the city because he's fumbling around.
Yeah, don't worry. I made sure to let Taz know to grab your hand to pull you along as we Cloud.
Was Galen still
The
there
fact
for
he's
him to grab?
basically leading your way, like almost dog-like, going, come on, here boy, you're flying by.
A cat pulling a dog along. That's got to be funny.
But I've got to go to the blacksmith.
Oh,
It's that
Okay.
way.
You're pointing around the direction, but the others know what you mean, so they go, oh, you mean, and move your arm towards, there you go,
That way.
right.
and you head towards the blacksmith.
Might as well. Nothing better to do at the moment, and who knows? Blacksmith
It's in the,
might know.
it's in the opposite direction of where she is, so that's always a good sign.
Yes. Who knows? The blacksmith might know someone who sells maps.
Yep, I'm interested in buying a map.
We don't need a map. We've got the Raven over here.
Galen,
See everything.
Galen, we need a map.
No.
I'd like a
Only,
map.
only old people and blind people need a map. Got the
You're a
Raven.
blind person.
I don't need the map. Thank you for offering.
I am old. You are blind. Let's get a map.
Let's
We
get
get-
you a map.
We're getting a map for the group, Galen. Mostly so that we can plot out where we're heading to next.
As usual, say you stop off at the blacksmith first and then go find someone with a map, so you can further plan your escapades.
Out of character quickly, Dean. I actually didn't ask you before I requested the blacksmith for the great flint armor, but was that okay as a request?
Oh, what was that?
I didn't ask you before I basically the blacksmith about getting the armor and the sword, but is that all right for me to have?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So ready to go. Once you arrive, the blacksmith goes, "Oh, you're early." Bob's into a nearby bucket and he goes, "It's on the table next, just behind the counter there."
I'll try
Walk up to
getting
you.
it. Being the blind person that I am, knocking stuff over.
Someone guide him, please.
Yeah, he's too busy with whatever he's working on to kind of take notice of the fact that you can't actually fucking see. So he's just like, yeah, over there, whilst hammering away at stuff.
Toto, you're the
Elspeth
most.
will grab his arm.
Cloud will put it.
We all just try and grab his arm.
Both of you scoop him up. I'm just going to take him over to this rather lovely set of armor and brand new sword.
Awesome.
And you say you don't need a map and you can't find your way around the forge.
Over his shoulder, Elspeth is just making the like the cut it out, so waving her hand at her neck, just like let's not start this nonsense.
Oh, by any chance, sir, do you know someone who sells maps or writing writing equipment?
Sits there kind of chewing on tobacco for a second and then just goes, big gob and goes, wipes his beard a little bit, which is a mixture of oil and gunk, just like, I think go down to the pier front. There's what do you call him, a calligrapher or whatever you want to call him, someone fancy writer dude. He got maps, ink, papers.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else while I've got the forge ready? Can fit a couple of basic things in if he's really needing it and got some coin.
I'm gonna drop the rest of the money. I miscounted to just 75 on the count. Walk.
He checks over and just kind of gives you a very awkward look, going, "Are you sure that's all you've got?"
I can't.
Checks and oh wait, yeah, it just throws a lot kind of like there's a random bit of a kind of bag next to all the metals that he was throwing them off. He's like, that should be fine. Just piles the money into a bag. Pleasure doing business. Slams the money behind in the counter.
So,
Awesome. That cost me 100 gold less. 10.
Yeah.
so down to the piers.
Yep. As you head towards the piers, it's about early afternoon. Things are kind of hustle and bustle, usual always. And you spot with the fancy writing on the door where the calligrapher is.
I actually knock on this door before entering. Hello?
There's initial silence as your initial they kind of echo in the hall, and then the door kind of slightly goes ajar, not fully opening, just kind of like it wasn't properly locked. And there's no reply.
I open the door fully and step in. Hello?
Just faintly hear the kind of scratching of a quill on paper just in the back.
I'm following closely behind.
I just go in and follow the sound. Excuse me? Somebody here?
Oi!
And scribbling keeps going on undisturbed.
I think this fool's deaf.
No, I know what this is. It's actually quite common.
Is it that thing that you did to her?
No. Although it takes the same amount of concentration, but this one is a zone out focus. Basically, you become deaf to the world. You'd be surprised how often it happens with people when they're doing something like writing or reading.
Do you want me to go and give
Or-
him a tap?
No,
Little tap on the knee?
no. Let me. If you wait here, I look around. Don't touch anything because things might fall on you and crush you.
I would say
Did
that's
you
a
look-
joke, but it's happened before.
As you look around, calligrapher store, bookstore kind of place, decent little selection of books on the shelf, various papers laid out in demonstration pieces with little quills, kind of half worn and little ink, half dried up ink wells. As you get towards the back, you can just see a little kind of feather quill just kind of writing at very high speed.
Yeah, I head towards it. Interesting.
And you see it writing down very eloquently put in writing, just every now and again just dips itself into an inkwell, taps off the screen, the side of it, and
Enchant. Right. This is just... I'm literally just leaning around and examining the quill as it's writing, making sure not to touch it.
as you're leaning in closely into the quill, you can just start to make out what it starts to say when suddenly off in the top of someone's lungs just goes, "Don't touch the quill!"
I don't plan to. I know that touching it could interrupt the magic stopping it.
And you just see this kind of little scrawny figure, kind of like with pale white hair, just comes out from the back and goes, "Don't touch the book, the ink, anything." That's stepping out gingerly towards it.
Yes, no worries. I step back. I am Viska book reader. Pleasure to meet you.
Just one moment, please. And the figure puts their book down, but slides out what looks like a very weird set of tongs, and is gingerly starting to move towards the quill. Try and catch it. The quill just starts to fly off and goes around the bookstore. Just starts randomly scrolling over all the bits of parchment in the books. Like, "Oh shit! Not again! Not again! No!"
Can I try and catch it?
Yeah, make a dexterity check to see if you can try and catch it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Cloud would try as well.
Oh, I was 16.
As it kind of goes a bit low, you manage to just kind of go, "Oh wait," and step off a nearby bookshelf and just manage to just catch it in your hand.
I hand it back to the gentleman, like holding on to it real tight.
He's not really much of a gentleman. He's kind of a young-looking kid.
I go to him and I'm like, "Here's your bird."
It's
Thing.
an enchanted quill. Apparently one with the mind of its own, it seems.
Yeah, quite. It can be a bit of a fussy little bugger at times.
No offense, but you look quite young to be the owner of this store.
Oh, I'm not the owner. I'm just a you kind of close his photo. I'm a regular customer over the last few days, and the shop owner just happened to step out for a moment, and I just happened to be trying to get this damn quill to stop flying around.
Do some kind of check to make sure he's actually telling the truth and he's not some secret fucking murdering hobo?
You can do an insight check, yes.
16.
There's something about this lad that's not quite rubbing off the right way for yous.
Why would the owner leave the shop unattended to a person who has just been a regular visitor over the last couple of days? That doesn't seem quite right.
He just looks up at you and goes, and so I don't his demeanor starts to change a little bit. He's just like, I'm very trustworthy. Just puts a little kind of like, he's not a shit eating grin, but that's sort of like just very face that I'm very trustworthy, and just kind of just sits behind with his book.
What's your name? You still haven't introduced yourself.
Oh, my dearest apologies. And he puts out his hand and goes, my name's Percival.
Right. I'll shake his hand and I'm going to insight that, see if that's actually his name.
Yeah, his name's Percival.
What you writing, boy? What you
Hang on.
scribbling down?
Hang on. Is it a human?
Yes, he's a human.
What colour is his hair?
White, he's already said that. I believe.
Yes.
Person. Right. I'm going to roll a history check, see if I can figure out just from the looks and the name. Do I realise he's Percy's son?
Is he Percy's son is the question.
For a moment, you're really kind of getting a very familiar vibe off him, but there's just something about him that's just not quite what you think.
Have we met before?
He kind of thinks for a moment and kind of goes, At which point, the door opens again with an older gentleman and an identical kid to the one in front of you.
Fuck! It is the twins.
At which point, the one that walks in, when I say identical, I wouldn't say fully identical. Twin sister. Quite tomboyish in terms of cut the hair, cut short, saying little glasses, not trying to give it away apart from her voice when she eventually was like, Percival, what are you doing? He goes, at which point the old man goes, right, enough for you two. If anyone finds out who you actually are, and he just kind of like shuffles them up, goes, pay no attention to these two.
I think I know who they are. And do not worry. Secret's safe with me. I am a member of the Cobalt Reserve. It's a pleasure to meet you two.
Both kind of look a little bit confused for initially, and then they kind of look and go, did Father mention anything about the Cobalt Reserve? And they both kind of think, oh, he's going to go, he's probably dead at some point, but
You must remember, the Cobalt Reserve is the biggest source of information in all of Taldore. Whether your father mentioned it or not, we do have knowledge of pretty much all births within Taldore, yours included.
I'm just giving him a really fucking weird look.
Yeah.
Sort of the look of I could learn something from this guy if they have records of every single birth in the world.
I do apologize. These are the children of a proprietor of mine. In fact, he was one of my sponsors for joining the Cobalt Reserve. So, if you need anything, feel free to ask me. If I can be of assistance, I am happy to lend you my aid.
I don't know who they are.
None of us
Don't
do.
worry. Don't worry. Like I said, they're friends' children. That's all I can really say.
I don't trust them. I don't like the glasses.
At which point
They
you both kind of fold their arms
they
a
got
little bit
beady
and kind of
eyes.
give you a very cross look.
At which point Viska steps physically up to him and looks at him with a very stern stare. While I understand everyone has their own aesthetics, do not discriminate against someone simply because they wear glasses.
It's not just
Do
about
I
glasses.
make myself understood? Viska's literally got. This is probably the most angry sort of look you'll have seen on Viska's face when you met him.
All right.
Thank you.
I take a step back and look real sheepish.
Thank you. I do apologize. When someone seems to be discriminating against a person, it brings back unpleasant memories, and it kind of sets off my darker lineage, shall I say?
Hey man, I don't know about discrimination. I'm only 3 foot tall.
At one point, the old figures kind of went back in the room and goes like, "Oh, Percival, I told you to be careful with that pen." As he sees it scrawled everywhere, just randomly taking notes and stuff.
Yes,
He says, "Honestly, if Darrington would have given you that fucking pen as a birthday present, I swear to all the..."
sir.
He comes back and he goes like, "Oh, apologies. This was situation ongoing that was not meant to be happening very much long." At which point the little girl kind of goes, "Hey, what do you call that situation?" Kind of tosses her hair back a little bit.
Well, I take it you are the owner of the establishment, sir?
Goes, fixes up his collar and goes, "Yes, I am the owner of this establishment."
Well, me and my companions here were looking for local, regional, local, and a kingdom-sized map. Do you happen to have those three maps in stock, and how much would they be?
Oh yes, and he goes into a little filing cabinet and pulls out each map, places them on the counter and goes, "In total, 15 gold."
I'll hand that over.
Now, this is my personal request.
Nope.
Do you have leather-bound notebooks, writing supplies, and the ink which can only be made visible with a certain method?
Goes, "Let me double check my stock." As he turns round, young Percival kind of just pulls out a little glass and points it at the storekeeper's back. And as he turns, the ink on his back becomes visible, and it's like a really crude drawing of the store owner on the back of his jacket.
I'm going to prestidigitation that off and give him a really disapproving look.
I'm gonna like tap Viska and be like, see?
They
There's
are
nothing wrong with that kid.
children. And Percival, as well thought out as that was, managing to get it on there, you need to improve your art skills.
At which point the store owner, as he's still looking, goes, "What art skills are you talking about?" And he looks over his shoulder.
Oh, he was just showing me a little he had done. Unfortunately, it doesn't compare to his father's artwork, but with some practice, he could get there.
"Ah, here we go." And he holds up a vial and just goes, 5 gold for the inkwell."
Okay.
"Anything else I can do for you?"
Yeah. Ink. How much is it for the paper, the quill, the paper and the quill as well?
"I can give you 20 sheets of paper and the quill for about a gold coin."
Okay. So that's 6 gold. Doing math. Yeah. No,
Excuse me, do you happen to have coloured drawing implements?
Unless these two have bled me dry, all sorts of things. "Oh, here we go." And he takes out like a little box of coloured pencils, some chalks, a little pile of stuff in front. He goes, "Would these be of any use to you?"
The pencils certainly would be amazing. How much would you be looking for the pencils?
For the box of pencils, 5 silver.
I'll
Very high
take it.
quality.
Take it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Guys, would you mind giving me a minute to speak with the store owner and the children? I do wish to discuss their father's situation with them. If you're okay with that?
At which point you hear the door opening and these very heavy footsteps step in as his hooded figure appears and goes, "Out of my way, please."
I
And
get
then
out of the
barges
way.
and just not so much barges past, but kind of large size versus not so large people.
Yeah, I definitely step out of the way.
Or
Galen
you'll
will
get
step out-
stepped on.
Galen will step out the way, but knock into something else.
Cloud
as you
was
knock
already
o-
standing to the side.
As Alan kind of blindly steps back, he knocks over there's a bookshelf that was very finely balanced, just about to move a
No, no,
lip.
no, 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 no!
Make a dex save and see if you can try and stop it from falling.
Me or this?
Viska,
Well,
I believe.
I'm guessing that it will be Viska who went no, and tries to go for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
Only just on a 16 or less, you would have probably have just like chinga.
Be careful. Books are the most precious thing on the planet.
At which point your little person goes, I agree.
I beg to differ. I'm pretty sure people are the most important things on the planet.
At which point the twin sister goes, well, I agree with that one.
Mm,
Books would not exist were it not for people. There'd be no one to write them.
And there would be no one to read them if there were no people.
Exactly.
Viska's mulling it over.
As you guys are over, the large figure turns around and goes, right, you two, move. And they're like, oh, but we're just having fun. He goes, I don't give a shit about the fun. I've had enough, Eric, off your mother and your father. We're getting you both home as soon as possible. I don't even know how I ended up getting down here and following you little shits about, but okay. And they go, and they
Well,
both
you
kind of give a
are-
little half salute and go, yes, Grand Poobah, and then follow him out the door.
Oh, children, if you do happen to stop in Westruun, do pop to the Cobalt Reserve. You might find the knowledge there enlightening.
Or you
They
might
both
find the
look
books
at
very
them,
boring.
says, we'll make time for it. We're sure about that, and then they kind of just walk off.
Also,
Following the large,
At
the
which
large
point I just
figure.
lean out the door. Make sure your guardian doesn't destroy the building again.
You go, that only happened once. Fuck off.
Twice. You did it twice.
As
And
he turns
only
around and tries
one
to hold the
time
fingers,
was
he
you
goes,
drunk.
as he turns round and of course revealing himself with the beard, the grey skin and tattoos of Grog Strongjaw, as he holds up three fingers and goes, it happened that many times, okay?
It
Leave me alone.
happened that many times, and I hold up fingers.
He starts looking confused for a moment, and then at which point the Rolo kids just go, not enough, no, just it's okay, and they kind of,
And I thought Lady
I'm not
Pike
sure if
was
you
meant
just
to be
sort of me or not,
teaching
and
you
just kind of
math.
hammers them off, and they walk off into the distance. Little hoods go up so that they don't get recognised, and disappear in the crowd.
Oh, sorry about that.
At which point the store owner kind of goes, well, I'm not glad. As much as I enjoyed a bit of that company, they're a bit of a handful, those kids. Anything else I can do for you folks?
How much would it be for the? Um, do you have any, or do you have any books by their father? I know he produced at least one.
Did he?
Do you have-
No,
Out of game, did he?
I have no idea, but I'm making it hard for our DM.
I'm pretty sure they said on the epilogue that Percy revised Scanlan's version of the Vox Machina stories.
Well, aside from those stories, the only other book that I have that belonged to Lord the Rollo, I don't have in stock.
Uh,
Do
do
you
you
have
happen
any?
to have the weapons manual that was produced by Whitestone?
At which point he kind of goes from, certainly, he goes to reach under his desk and then turns up and flips you off and goes, nobody asked that kind of question. Without this kind of response. Not from me, this is from pretty much anyone else who has been asking that same old question. No, I do not know about these little bang bang things or anything of the sort.
Oh, that's quite that's fine. I do apologize.
Do you have any other manuals of military manuals, anything like that?
He sits for a moment. Do me a favor, make a persuasion check.
Plus
Big money. Big money.
big money. Come on, 30.
13. Do I feel that generous tonight? Let's see. Kind of mulls over for a moment and goes, manuals? Only one I have. Well, is this? And he pulls out this really weird looking. It's not so much leather bound as it's more kind of like hardened clay slates on the front of it. But it kind of looks kind of leathery with how it's worn. Plants it on the table and goes, I've got this old thing.
I'll take it. How
Uh,
much is?
Splendid, that will be 65,000 gold pieces.
right. Uh, what
Uh,
check do I need to make to try and figure out what that book is?
That would be an insight check. No, sorry, Arcana check.
22.
Stop. It is a manual of clay golems.
Um. Now, that is a very intriguing item. Not often you see a manual like, but gold mount. Hmm.
Very old book, but it's been led to believe very valuable.
So you don't actually know what the book is yourself?
Well, I know what it does, but I've not actually had a chance to study it and properly use it. I'm a bookkeeper, not a constructor of various constructs and the like.
Oh yes, yes. God, out of character. This is weighing on me because I'm trying to figure out whether Viska would have the concept of not to try and steal it, but at the same time, he's tempted enough. Like he's going, "How can I possibly get this?" Because it's very intriguing.
Well, try figure that one out, boy. Anyone else got anything that they're looking for immediately in the shop, or as Viska's salivating over this book?
Yeah, I would like to write a letter and see if I can get it sent. I just
I
want to
can
like a piece
have
of paper.
someone deal with the postal service. Who would you like to send the letter to?
I would like the letter sent to.
Another woman.
The sister.
The sister of the sister.
No, I would like my letter sent to Doreen Dempsey in Imon. That's where I want my letter sent. Can you do that for me?
And he takes out his own little kind of gold inlined quill and starts going Dorian Dempsey and Mom.
And I'll quickly scribble the letter out as quick as I can.
Don't scribble. Take your time. Let your penmanship flow. This is a letter to dear to you, I'm taking it. You don't want them to read something messy. let them read something elegant, or at least readable.
What if it's hate mail?
If it's hate mail, I literally pull out a little book which has Scanlan's signature name on the side and just flip to the page where it's literally it literally tells you how to send a shiny turd in the post. If you want hate mail, do this.
I might have to take a look at this later. For now, the letter will do. Send it, good sir. And I just hand it over.
And goes, I'll see. Catch a mail. That will be all.
Yep.
Good, because I've had quite enough excitement for one day.
Galen, can you come over here? Come over
I'll-
here.
I'll try my best to walk over to the voice.
Walk into a
Make-
shelf and
make your
knock
way
it
over.
over. God. Galen,
Yes.
I'm going to ask this. Sir, do you have any braille?
Looks around, pulls out a couple books and goes, I got a couple books in Braille here, 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 and here.
Would you mind giving me? Galen, I want you to try this. And I put his hand on one of the books.
What this?
And just
Just
put your
for-
hand on the book and start filling in the Braille. It's the Adventures of Vox Machina and done in Braille form. However, it's a bit of a disused copy because some of the Braille has been deliberately misshaped.
I wouldn't know how to speak Braille. Not a language I'm proficient with.
I'll say just the fact that you're walking around blind, that you've got at least enough kind of grasp. It's like, okay, it might not come to you like quickly, but it's like, I can kind of guess what this is. It's not a proficient language, but you can kind of figure it's that's his pox, docs, no, it's vox. Okay, and eventually you suss it out after like a good few minutes of fumbling about.
What is this for?
Huh. Well, I thought, since you can't see a book to read it, perhaps you would like one that is made for you to read. That's what Braille is.
But
Letters for the blind.
but I need a book about military.
If this is a book on the tales of Vox Machina, there is plenty in here that could help you with them overcoming fears and strategies and whatnot.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
And
Oh.
if you need help with it, I'm sure learning together we can master this language.
Okay.
How much for the book, sir?
5 gold pieces. It's a misprint, so any kind of finger quotes as he says misprint.
Okay, I'll give you the 5 gold. This is my gift to you, Galen. On the condition, no more outbursts of for justice.
Ooh.
You can say it with permission, but no random outburst.
Ooh. I will try.
That's all I can ask for.
Give him a thumbs up.
I believe that is all. Thank you very much, sir. And sorry for taking up so much of your time.
Is it supposed to store another 4? Thank you. And kind of goes back to just doing some stuff behind the scenes. As you all leave,
Yep.
I'm assuming that's all you guys are all finished up for this little calligrapher shop with your maps.
Yes.
Yeah, as much as I would love that book, that Tome of Golems, I am not going to steal it.
So this random bookkeeper has a 60,000 gold book.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
This random bookkeeper was also entrusted to look after the kids of Percival, Dirolo, and Vexalia.
Um, my friends, we have just met. You have just met possibly two of the most famous children in all of Taldore.
Who were they?
And they were.
Um,
I'm
that is
also
fair
gonna
to
go
say.
who.
I'll leave their names for a city where we're not likely to get stabbed in the back for lack of information.
So we'll never know their names then, because at the rate we're going, every city is going to want to stab us in the fucking back.
No, I can guarantee at least Western would. Neither will Whitestone.
I've done a lot of shit.
That
Same
does
here.
not surprise me. Also, I'm not well liked in certain places.
Yes, but um, oh yes, Elspeth. Um,
Yes.
we spoke. After picking up the maps, we're going to head back to the inn we were at last night. Spend another night there, going over the maps and making a plan, and head out in the morning.
What
that
did
okay
you
with
do
you?
with your friend?
She's currently collecting some documents from the establishment for us, and I figured if we had more knowledge of who we're dealing with, the better.
She's probably made a run for it.
So maybe the discussion we should be having, rather about where the maps and where we're going, is going to be what we're going to do with her.
Yeah, man. In my experience, it's better to cut and run. Hit
My
it and
friend,
quit it. Smash
my
and
f-
dash.
my friend, I prefer to make open contracts, like where I can go back any time, and they don't get mad if I visit another room at night. Say,
Man, if you go back again tonight, you're going to be dead for sure.
hmm, hmm, I think the risks are worth it. But I will see how I feel and how she is once we get back.
Wait, did you say your new friend can gather information?
She's doing that for us at the moment.
Perhaps she can be useful to me as well. Okay.
Galen, I'm going to
Uh,
tell you this now. Considering your reaction to the establishment itself, you want nothing to do with this lady friend of mine.
no, no, no. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, that's right, Toto. Do you happen to know where justice might be this evening?
Well, I can guarantee she's going to be where she was last night.
Excellent. As I tap Galen on the shoulder. I know what you're doing tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to your new friend because I needed to do something.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a friend to introduce you to as well. Just winking at Toto. Let's go. Um, is there anything anyone else wants to do before we head back to the tavern?
No, I'm good.
Aka?
I've realised something.
Good.
Aka, if you can hear, your mic's been muted. And if she can't hear, she'll hopefully sort that. I'm guessing for the moment you guys have all decided to go back to the O'Malley's.
Yeah. May I just ask, would Cloud be able to work out who the children were after Grog stepped in? By any chance?
Insight check, just like a kind of later one, just gonna like as you're thinking back, piecing it all together. they're pretty famous, and you just happen to have a particular background that goes, yeah, I know who the big guy is, and if it's the big guy, chances are actually piece it together.
Yeah, Cloud was just, as they walked back, was just sort of popped into his head, and it was like, ah, that sort of dumbfounded moment.
Yeah, at which point Viska just puts his finger to his lip.
Oh, you don't know Cloud knows.
The
You don't know he knows.
The
You don't know
Ah.
he knows.
The art sound you made means you've realised something. Viska's probably going to piece one and one together to make.
In which
Cloud
case,
just smiles at you.
Toto's also going to go, to make himself seem smarter. He's figured something out too.
Cloud just smiles and just like points at Toto again. It's just like, see.
Viska just half smiles and nods. Still
I
tapping.
haven't figured anything out. I'm just trying to stay in the
Pretending.
loop. Yeah, just trying to be part of the group.
As you're all wandering, you just hear someone from a nearby alley as you're walking and going, psst, yo.
I'll make a perception check to see if I can figure out what's making that noise.
It's one of the class members.
Yes.
How can we help?
Just kind of, while still in the kind of alleyway, just gestures as if like, come over here.
At which point, I gesture for him to come over to us.
Cloud goes over to the alley.
So does Elspeth.
Before we meet the guy, I want to turn to the rest of the group and say, make sure we got our story straight. She came in to see me, not the other way around.
What?
Yes, we know the truth. Don't worry.
Elspeth just goes, what?
Don't
Just
worry about that
sniff
part.
that.
Good, just making sure.
Toto, try not to speak.
Good idea.
As I follow them into the alley, keeping my eyes very open because, yeah.
As you all walk into the alley, the class agent is standing there, pulls out a little satchel and just opens up a document thing, a little pouch, and goes, updates here. And hands the note out to whoever's wanting to grab it.
Cloud would take it.
Takes it.
Yeah, just a quick browse over it.
Having a quick look, it's a case of it mentions the fact that Kyle Dan's been confirmed dead.
That was quick.
Oh shit. Well, they've confirmed that Joran's still in Zephyra. Monica has not been seen in Drina for about a part of a week. We just managed to find out that someone's been given the misinformation and that the leak's been dealt with. But her current whereabouts are not known.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
our mystery lady's gone disappearing, but our boy up in the mountains is still available.
Well, maybe we should head that way, and then hopefully by the time we have dealt with that, we will know where the mystery lady is.
Let's go. Thank you for passing along the information.
Go to say thank you. The class guy's gone.
Come on. To O'Malley's.
Right, as you head off to O'Malley's, and the place is fairly quiet, though busy enough to keep things going. Barman notices you came back and goes, just waves as he's clearing up a nearby spillage. And you see your lady friend is just sitting in a corner, just mulling over a glass of wine.
The sister.
Oh, Aphrodite.
The
Ah,
succubus.
I put down gold, drinks and rooms for all of us.
Cloud puts down another gold and it's like extra drinks.
Mine takes the extra gold and just goes into like a dusty old bottle and she goes, good stuff then. Puts that down in front of you.
And I go
The
super
same
fast.
room arrangements as before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apart from the pith.
No piss.
Hope not. One of the barmaids was complaining. I don't want any more of that shit. And he points at the blue one. He goes, and he's paying for the damages to the woodwork. All those claw marks are going to be dissuading customers.
I already fixed that. I do
The
have
ones on the
measures.
ceiling.
That was a lot of fun, and I'll fix that this evening.
Otherwise, it'll be 2 gold for repairs. Anyway, he goes back and starts getting all the glasses together. All specific. Aphrodite just sitting there again, just finger on the edge of the glass, just going around the edge as
Yeah,
she sees you all walk in.
Yeah, I go and join her. Good evening, milady. I hope you wasn't too put out by my request.
Immediately just slides over the little satchel with all the documents in it.
I'll examine these a little bit. Thank you. Which point, Viska takes out a sheet of paper, ink, quill, and also the special ink. Would you be happy to write up a contract with me? I know we spoke of it earlier. If you are still willing, I would be happy to formalize it.
It has this real kind of like smug look in the face and goes, I thought you would.
Yes.
Takes it out, dunks the ink into scrolling in Inferno. Standard demonic contract is like you do your end, I'll do my end. Any breaches will result in pain plus potential loss of life in manners that are very unpleasant, and in brackets, case of, and by unpleasant I mean unpleasant, not pleasant, and for perverse taste has been underlined. Carries on until it gets to about the end, just where your signature will normally go, and she hands over the quill.
I read through it to check, see if there's anything that I would think, okay, that needs to be changed, that needs to be changed, and oh, that definitely needs to be changed.
Perception check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Looks
Oh,
legit.
Okay.
Well, that's your soul fucked.
I'm not done yet. I flip the sheet over. I take the ink quill. I take the quill, clean it, dip it into the special ink. At which point I start writing in Celestial. Well, basically binding terms for the contract of me to her. Basically, the same I'm basically trying to make it nearly the same as the demonic contract, but in angelic, in celestial, with the clause. The one party, Aphrodite, agrees to provide lessons in persuasion, performance, and magic to said second party, myself, stuff like that. All in the special ink in celestial on the back. Then clean the quill again, back to the regular ink, at which point I write out the place for her to sign.
Take a little quick look. Do a perception check of our own. I'm guessing she's not going to find anything wrong with your contract.
No, because my DC would be a 14. Because
Looks up and down and then just takes the quilt and then signs at the bottom.
and I sign on the other side. At which point, I also cut my finger and put a drop of my blood on it.
Runs one of her thumb across one of her fangs, pricks the finger, and drops it on this where her signature is.
And which point I'm guessing this contract will glow, and some form of marking on our bodies will appear.
Correct.
I will make this out in my writing. The marking that appears on her is a band on her ring finger.
Classy.
I'm guessing mine's some sort of slave collar around my neck.
Looks more like barbed wire. Very simple, sort of just like a kind of either side of the neck, kind of half circlet kind of looking.
Yeah. Well, that is our contract made. And do not worry, I did not involve any true restrictions upon you, as I know, well, how disgusting that sort of thing can be.
It was good.
But
Takes a wine glass and just starts to kind of just like tips.
at
Wish I could
which
say the
point,
same for you, however.
true, true. Although I did put in one thing which you might not like, but then again, that can be found out through experience. As I take a sip from my own glass of whatever drink we were given.
It was really? What's that?
Now, that's for you to find out. Just a small smirk on Viska's face.
You know, looks you kind of puzzled for a moment, and then he gets a big grin on his face going, "This will be fun." You can
Yes.
tell.
Oh, one more thing. How old are you?
I take him back and goes, "You never ask a lady how old she is."
You
Apart
also
from she's too young, but still impolite.
That's the point. You never ask a lady. You do ask a wife.
Puts her hand on her chest, like, "What?"
Why do you think that marking's so specific?
I think and goes, it just looks at you and just goes, "Well played."
Till death do us part, my dear. For instance, if I die, who knows, you might be joining me.
Yeah, he then twitches a little bit and goes, "Ah, clever, little blue boy."
I am not so stupid as to sign my life over without evidence that it's not mutual destruction. But
He goes, "Clever." And she kind of steps up and kind of just starts rubbing your shoulders and goes, "So, husband, when you mention about mutually assured destruction," looks at your companions over in the corner.
if my life ends, so does yours. But the same is true for you. If your life ends, so does mine.
game. This is the dumbest fucking contract.
Oh, I also included a clause that we can sleep with anyone. I believe that is beneficial to the both of us.
Yeah, what the fuck did I miss?
This is the fucking stupidest fucking contract I think I've ever heard in my life.
Like, I swear, if Scott doesn't actually come up with this contract by the next session, I will. Like, I fully expect the contract written up.
Do you want me to do like, the whole sort of like, you want me to do the whole contract?
Yeah.
So dumb.
I
Do
can't
not
guarantee
worry.
by next week, but I will have it at some point, just as a keepsake of like this is the dumb shit this guy's came up with.
Are you
Yeah.
doing? By the way, are you doing this in the middle of the bar?
Yeah, they're doing this right in the
This
middle of the bar.
fucking.
Full-
What are you fucking doing?
At which point, I'm gonna just imagine the camera pans over from you guys from the table. You guys are all on the other side of the table. These two are doing their thing. Over your shoulders is the barkeep just kind of staring at you guys, overflowing a glass, just like, what the actual fuck am I watching?
It's really annoying because I was about to pull Elspeth and Cloud aside and be like, "Yo, we got to get rid of that fucking succubus." And then, I was like, "Do you know what? I'm gonna take a piss real quick." And then by the time I got back, like I put my headphones on, it was like, "Yeah, we're married." And I was like, "Fuck." I missed my
Yeah, guys, no.
chance.
Yeah, I
Let's
did
just make it pretty
this.
clear that, obviously, if he dies, she dies.
And if she dies, he dies.
Right? That's the mutual thing that he's now put in. Do I know what her one of her clauses were?
Oh god. Oh,
I can only guess. Go ahead, tell us.
Just to have a little game of Russian roulette at her leisure with any of your companions.
fuck off.
Oh, for the love of God. Yeah, the blind
Well,
guy.
Cloud
Yeah.
isn't a companion, he's an acquaintance.
Yeah. I've only really known these guys a day.
That's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
So I
Elspeth
kind of
is gonna
figured
get
that you'd
up.
try and pull a stunt of, oh, I'll try and make sure that she can't kill me, but I'm like, it doesn't say anything else about anyone in your party though.
Elspeth is gonna get up from the table, whack Viska around the back of the head, whisper in his ear, "You're fucking stupid," and walk up to her room.
But we don't actually.
I'm
know that
actually
in
considering
character.
hitting him so hard that I take the rest of his 5 hit points away and knock him unconscious. Can I please try?
Hey man, if we kill him, we kill her. Let's do it.
Hoorah!
Go for it.
In this
There's a
time,
reason I made it mutually assured.
uh,
Viska is willing to commit suicide to protect someone else.
How do I make an unarmed strike roll? I did not
Unarmed
add
strike is,
unarmed strike to my character sheet.
D20 plus your strength.
So -2 then.
yeah, that's will be entertaining if you actually hit him.
And the
Please,
damage. Well,
nat 20, nat 20, nat
the
20.
worst part is the damage
17.
is
So
1
15.
plus your
One
strength.
plus your strength. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you hit.
I do fuck all damage. I actually heal
I'll
you
say
for
you
a
do
point.
1 point because there's no point.
Yeah,
doing a
by the
negative.
rules, you always do at least 1.
There you go. I've done a point of damage to you.
Well, you don't do a lot of what in terms of pain, but everyone in the bar heard it, as in like.
during this time.
Okay,
Galen-
okay. I'm sorry.
I've marched
out
up the
of
stairs.
you.
I have stormed up the stairs. And I walk away. That's going to be my catchphrase of the. I walk away.
Excuse me, as Viska goes up.
During this time, Galen has stealthily put a straw in the overflowing mug, and while it's overflowing, just sipping at it.
You know what? After that display in the corner, I don't think the barkeep's not even gonna notice.
Yeah, free beer.
Well, Cloud was just going to be swapping the cups, really.
Oh, jeez.
I'll even say even Total gets in on this action because you guys are just sitting there like, this is fucking what? Dude, it's just like 3 of you guys like almost in like order of size, just drinking at the bar, going, this dude's fucked it for us all.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
for sure.
How big is Galen compared?
Galen is inside his bio. He's about 5'6".
All right, so it goes Cloud, Galen, half pint.
Yeah, just like
Yep.
sloping down the way of stealing of like, but reversing the way of alcohol tolerance.
Can I just say that sounds like a really interesting way to measure drink amounts? Gallon, cloud, half pint.
Brilliant. And Viska's going to knock on Elspeth's door.
You're not getting an answer, and the door is locked.
There is one other thing I want to mention. Whilst mutual destruction is assured, she also has to teach me certain skills. If she doesn't, I gain her powers.
I want to teach you things.
Oh, great. So through the door you hear, oh, great. So you want to be able to suck the living life out of human beings. Well done. Fuck off.
No, I want to gain the ability to cast stronger magic to protect others. Plus, her knowledge is probably centuries of my own. But
You just
I
get
want-
silence. You just get absolute silence.
I do want to say thank you for worrying about me. I know I'm rash, and this is definitely not the smartest idea I've ever had, but it's the first time someone's ever worried about me doing something like this, so thank you. And sorry if I upset you.
At which point you hear telepathically just Aphrodite's voice going, "You have a lot to learn about women. I don't need centuries of life to tell you that." And then nothing.
I already knew, lad. That's why I made this deal. But do rest assured, if anything does happen to you, rest of the body at her hands, it will not be pleasant for her. At which point, Viska goes to his room.
While Viska's upstairs, I want to start throwing like a really drunken bridal shower for the succubus.
Right.
Oh my god!
I am so helping with this. I don't care what.
Oh my god!
Yep, all the way.
Yeah, I
Uh,
will
You know what,
like
gentlemen?
Cloud
each of
Gallon
you,
and half pint.
each of you make performance checks.
Oh, come on, not 20.
At disadvantage because you're all fucking drunk.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, the blind guy rolls a 14.
I'm
He's
gonna
in
say-
charge of decoration.
While the bartender was just constantly pouring, we just kept on drinking,
I'm
so
gonna
we are
say-
completely.
I was going to make the DC of that 25, so fuck the three of you. Despite being absolutely shit canned, he's all throw her quite an surprisingly humorous and entertaining bridal shower. And you know what? She's sitting there kind of going, "This is actually quite a nice change of pace." Keep going, just kind of like just enjoying every second of this.
It's pretty incredible.
Viska, before he actually does pass out, just remembers something and pops his head down. Toto, remember to show Gallon the fun time we promised him.
We are having a fun time. Go to bed.
Yes, I meant with justice and honor. Good night.
For justice. And then I carry on.
Yes.
For honor.
Gallon's new mission in life is just to make the party drunkards.
To make what?
Party just a bunch of drunkards, just like
He's
Okay.
trying to make us all alcoholics.
yeah.
Not gonna work with
Toto and
Elspeth.
Clouder.
So
Toto
you've
and
given
Clouder.
up on making us a justice team. We're just gonna be the AA team.
The drunkest team.
My justice brother has unfortunately left, so I need.
What's even worse, he's left with the boots of elven kind.
Does he have the boots? Oh god, he does have.
Oh, you let him leave with them. Oh, goddamn you.
Well, I couldn't exactly go. Oh, before you leave, take your boots off.
You could have told me. I could have stolen them while he was sleeping.
He's a tree person. I think he sleeps standing up.
I'm a rogue.
I like that as the answer. I'm a rogue. I
I'm a
don't care.
rogue, and I'm a cat
Switching.
person. Fuck it.
Yeah, cats don't sleep. Take it from someone that fucking owns one.
Can I also is what's her name? Aphrodite?
Yeah, Aphrodite.
Gotta write this down. While fairly not fairly drunk, but while under the influence, can I just approach her and say, "So I hear you're the person to go to if you want information."
Tossing a glass of wine again. She's like, depends on the type of information, yes.
So I've got this friend, right? I know his name, but I don't know where he is. I wanted to know if you could get some information. Don't kill him. That's for me to do, but just information.
Roll a persuasion check.
All these
With
people making
disadvantage.
deals with this fucking succubus.
With disadvantage because
Oh no, just straight roll.
persuasion, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, big money. God damn it.
Just
Holy
slurring
garbage.
your words and you're just kind of like, meh. And she's just sitting here just like, charming. Thanks for the bridal shower. And just kind of finishes her drink and then just, oh.
But wait,
Changes it.
there is more. And he just falls over.
Is she going up to Viska's room?
Will be eventually, yeah.
I want to try and keep an ear out for her.
You eventually hear her very subtle footsteps as she's approaching the room.
So I'm going to open the door and indicate that I want her in this room right now. Not in that way before any of you get that fucking image in their head. Get it out.
Already there, Becca. It's like
Yeah,
so
you
far
literally
gone.
said that as I was about to say, Viska's missing out on.
As for image out of the head, it is essentially inscribed in stone right now. And it's not my fault. I love it. Guilt free, I love it. But yeah, so she kind of just slides her way in, door shuts, and she just kind of lines back nice and goes, yes.
Oh, this is not what you think this is, darling. So,
Oh, I know. I get that vibe. You're drawing me more daggers than the last Templar I bumped into.
I don't think that's true. I don't think I could give you more daggers than any temple. Basically, I don't know what you've signed. I don't give two shits what you've signed. If you do anything to hurt anyone in this party, I will do what I can. Call in whatever favours I've earned in my very long life and make your life a living hell. So
And then
watch
finds
it.
the wording choice amusing goes, darling, I came from the hells. Not much worse you can do than that.
I'm pretty sure I'll find a way.
And she sits down on your bed, just says like going, and as someone who was in the company of Kymel then for longer than she cared to admit, there's no worse she can do. Now, she kind of just gestures the bed as like kind of tapping on the bed, like sit down.
No.
Come on, just taps on the bed, going, take the load off.
I'm gonna sit on Macca's bed.
I'll assume since we've not heard anything from Maka that like microphone, she's going to be asleep until otherwise. Because
I'm gonna sit on Macca's, not on Macca, but I'll perch on the side of her bed, cross my arms and cross my legs, and just basically make my body language so it's completely closed off.
she just sits there and kind of just like crosses arms and matches and going, "What is your deal?" I don't mean deal, and she kind of just does that whole sort of like scroll thing on her hand. Is like, no, I don't mean that deal. I mean, what's your deal?
What's my deal with what?
You can just look at really. You don't all strike me as the buddy type, and yet this little discussion just happened. Plus, I get a feeling that she kind of just kind of scrolls back a little bit and go and half on the bed, and it's like almost like schoolgirl, kind of like I'm listening to you talk kind of thing, and just like I believe there's more to you than meets the eye, and I want to find out more.
Probably, but I'm not stupid enough to give that information to people of your ilk, so I'm going to get it off the bed, walk up to the door, and go out.
And you're like, oh, that was no fun. And she just rolls back, fixes herself, stands up, and just kind of sways herself as she walks in and goes, maybe in future. And she just kind of just slides her hand across her cheek as she walks out.
I'm gonna literally yank it off my face. Like with as much. I'm not very strong. Obviously, I've got a minus fucking 2, but with as much strength as I can gather, I'm yanking her hand away from me.
Swat it away with your like a weak limp hand. Just like, no. And she walks out
And I'll shut the
and
door
heads
behind
towards
her.
Viska's room. Else want to do anything before the night finally kind of comes in?
Cloud will say to Toto and Gallon, as I assume we're the last ones at the bar, what's the bet that Veska's gonna be dead in the morning?
99% guaranteed death.
The same chance we might not be able to make it to our beds then tonight.
I'm too drunk. I'm just gonna
Yeah, Gallon's passed it on the.
We keep on talking to Gallon before we actually realise, he was asleep.
yeah, for ages.
Fuck. Oh well. Fact good it was to have a chat about who we actually were with each other. But maybe tomorrow. Maybe less
Hmm.
drinks.
Why do I feel like Viska's married a real villain? This is gonna be a problem. I feel
It-
like it's gonna be a real problem.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
I haven't known you guys for long, but this feels like a big problem. Does this happen a lot?
I have no idea. I met them the day before we met you.
Oh fuck, this isn't good.
I
We've
love
only
it.
known each other for days, and we've acquired a succubus.
Well, he's acquired a succubus because from what I got, he's not sharing any of the perks. But I'm pretty sure we'll probably get screwed over in the end anyway. So we get the shit, he gets the. Yeah.
As you guys are discussing this at the bar, you just hear a very subtle footsteps coming from behind you and a very gentle tap on each of your shoulders.
Hello.
Who dat?
New
Well,
phone, who dis?
well, mostly still drunk. You all turn round and there's a lady standing behind you, scarred down one of her, just subtly down the side of her neck, and goes, "You folks were looking for me."
Justice. Is that who it is?
Just no, guess again.
Honor.
And she kind of comes over and sits on one of your laps for a second, gets really up close, and goes, "Third time lucky."
Oh.
Toto. Who else do we know?
Shit, I know a lot of people.
So do I.
As she reaches down her blouse and goes, "It's Monica."
I was about to say, is this Monica? I'm upstairs, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same.
As she
Oh,
pops
shit.
out,
Yeah, you've got your fucking
from
wife
her
in your
hand,
room.
there's pink pearlescent powder in all three of your faces. I need to double check what sleep does. Is a spell.
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
Uh,
Gallon's already asleep.
5d6.
I love that you just go, yeah, Gallon's already asleep, so sleep's gonna do fuck all.
I like that it was a villain, and we both assumed it was a prostitute.
We don't even know if she's a villain. She could be a fairly decent human being.
I'm assuming not at this rate.
Okay, 21. So I'm assuming it puts at least one of you
That isn't already asleep.
that isn't already asleep. Out of the three gentlemen who are at the bar piss drunk, at least one of you is going to sleep.
Toto, you got 21 or less?
For what? Sorry.
Health points.
Yep.
Your hit points.
No, I've got 41.
How?
Shit.
My hit dies are 4d10.
Holy
Jesus.
fuck.
Okay.
The question is,
Gavin?
how many hit points does the bartender have?
Not the question I'm going to be asked right now. He's
Like
away.
7, surely.
He's away cleaning up glasses. He's not nearby.
Oh,
Galen,
Galen
points?
has got 33, but Galen's asleep.
You're already asleep.
Yeah.
And
It's just not a
Yes.
magical sleep.
I'm guessing if no one got less than 21, then she's basically
No.
done this little maneuver. It's just a case of powder on your faces, and nothing happens.
What the? Sorry, love. I'm not into any drugs at the minute. Thank you.
Excuse me, who the fuck does that? Just taps you on the shoulder and spits dust in your face. What a
Well,
bitch.
you've been to a few parties, you know.
What do you want, anyway, woman?
At which point she's kind of looking extremely cross, as like, shit, that normally works. Puts the little kind of powder pouch back down her blouse and goes that. All right, just take them. And there's like two really heavy set gentlemen behind her, just like, yeah, as usual, a lot easy. We'll take them, yeah. And you start moving a bit closer.
Yeah, big fellas. And Cloud
Don't
sort of
make it
stumbles
any
up
more
onto his
difficult
feet.
than it needs to be, boys. Just come along.
No.
I looked at
Actually,
Cloud and
Had a
kind of
nice
just went,
night.
no, just touching in his face.
I'm gonna look at Cloud and be like, "Do you reckon we can take him?"
Maybe.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Let's find out. And Cloud pulls out a dagger.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
drawing 2 short swords.
So, if you guys would like to roll initiative,
Oh shit!
What's the
Yeah,
likelihood I hear the ruckus upstairs?
well, I'd actually say, Cloud, you'd probably get a sneak attack just because of being a rogue. And
I'm just double checking something. Just give me a second.
DM, a quick out of character question. So I might be asleep because I'm drunk, but my raven's awake. And one of the abilities of the Sentinel Raven is that you can use a bonus action to wake me up.
yeah, but where was he? Because he's been.
The Raven would always be with me because it's my eyes, right? That's how I was trying to steal the drink bartender was.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, bonus action can wake you up.
Okay, shall I wait for the surprise round to do that?
Wait for the surprise round, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know I said my dagger, but it's a free action for me just to summon my blade staff. So is that all right?
Yeah, sure. That'll surprise the fuck out of him.
Oh, what was that roll on initiative?
If he's want to roll initiative, and then I'll.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus.
Jesus
Right,
Christ!
So
okay.
something Toto
You're
has
going-
never seen because this is completely disappeared since I leveled up. So Toto's never seen this, but this short staff with a short sword end on it just appears in Cloud's hand as he spins it around and just slashes across this bloke's face.
Okay.
Yeah, Toto's
Oh, yeah.
like, "Holy fuck!"
That's.
So yeah, 14 points of damage straight off.
14 points of damage. As
Are
the spear
you
just.
doubling dice
I
rolls,
was
or are you
gonna
doing
say I
it?
don't think that's doubled the dice roll.
What that
Oh,
does
okay, well,
on roll 20, when you roll a natural 20, is it rolls the d8 twice.
Yeah, it rolls the d8 twice as double dice.
So if you were
Oh, I
doubling
see.
the
Yeah.
dice roll instead of like rolling it twice, then you would get rid of that +1 and just double the 3.
So you do 10 instead of 8.
Yeah. So you would do 10, 11, 16.
Oh right, I got you. Is that how we? Is that all right, pun or?
That's
That's
that,
up to
that's
Scott.
fine. Yeah, 16 is fine. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
That means he hasn't killed one of
well,
your
actually,
dudes.
that sneak attack where they got with that guy, and he's pretty much just like with like blood just goes everywhere. He's still
Oh,
standing.
yeah, it would be
Well.
17 because it would double the sneak attack as well. No, yeah, it'd be more than that.
Let me if it doubles the sneak attack, that's 6, that's 12, and oh yeah, well, you know what?
It would be 22.
Yeah, see that first guy? As you pull out the blade staff out of seemingly nowhere and just kind of swipe up the way, you basically turn the guy into a Pez dispenser. And his neck just kind of just goes scouting blood everywhere. His body's just like, what the flying? Giving
Cloud sort of swings the blade in the air and then like stumbles back a foot or two and then catches himself before he falls over.
I would have said it probably if you were drunk that way, like maybe a disadvantage, but you know what? That was too good to just go. You know what? Keep it because I'm enjoying the fact that you just just cut this guy's fucking head off essentially. This is just too good to pass up.
Jesus.
If Toto and Galen want to fucking have a go, decide amongst yourselves who's go because these guys are like shocked, and I'm just gonna say they're just like what the fly and decide amongst yourselves.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing with my short sword at the other guy. So it's with disadvantage at 18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
9. And also have 2 weapon fighting. So make an attack action, attack with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand. You can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon you're holding in the other hand. Don't add the ability modifier to the damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna like offhand attack with the other hand.
Go for it.
So take the modifiers off. So it's literally just the dice roll. So 15. Is it with disadvantage? Did you say?
15 hits anyway, so whatever one you've got them. Jesus, fuck.
Okay, cool. So the 9. So yeah, 16 points of damage.
First cut goes for one of his legs, puts him down a little bit. You turn with the other, go with your offhand, spin it up the way, cut across the torso, blood goes everywhere, and this dude's like almost on like death's door here. Galen, you want to?
Galen's gonna just take a shot with an Eldritch Blast because he's on the floor. Look up and
Use
7.
7. Fires off and hits a random table at the end of the room. Splinters shatter everywhere. And Monica is just looking as if like, what the actual fuck? And I'm pretty sure that everyone's now upstairs heard this.
I'm instantly running down as quick as I can get down there.
May I ask, how does everybody dress when they're sleeping?
I wasn't sleeping.
Toto wasn't sleeping, but naked.
I wasn't sleeping how I know. I passed out in my clothes.
Galen needs to be level 5 to start wearing armor. At the moment, all he has is death. One of
Right, as the rest of the party all runs
Sounds
down.
like there's some entertainment downstairs, darling.
Which point
Whom are
Aphrodite
you talking to?
Aphrodite.
Okay.
I'm still in
His
the room.
wife.
This is going to be fun when I say darling, and basically both Elspeth and Aphrodite go, yes.
She's not going to anymore. She's that angry at you.
No!
At which point, as Aphrodite's kind of just looking at you two having your little kind of like disagreement as you're running down the hall, I would say everyone roll initiative proper now because there's at least one dead, eviscerated guard. There's one that's heavily bleeding. Monica's stepping back as if, okay, I did not anticipate this shit.
Woo! That's my highest ever initiative roll on D20 on roll 20.
Woohoo!
We got Viska.
Pardon me.
not heard from Maka, so I'm assuming MIA.
Maka, you there?
Her mic's been muted.
Anyone got a message off her, because I said to her earlier that the mic was muted, and then she fixed it, and then it's back been off again.
No, we've actually not heard from her since first half an hour. Really?
It
And
might
she hasn't.
dis-
I think
it might be Discord acting up, because I know Discord is acting up at least on my mobile.
Yeah, but she's not typed anything in Roll20 either.
We'll assume that Mac is a deep sleeper for the time being, and then we'll try and sort Mac. We'll see if there's any issue off screen we can fix, but we'll get this
Yeah.
out of the way first.
Yeah.
So currently there's one bleeding out guard. There's Monica, and your comrades are all still like in various states of inebriation at the bar while you guys all rush down. So first way.
God, this just cannot be good. Still not in decent enough shape myself. Here we go.
As soon as the first person reaches the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna be like, Monica, Monica, that's Monica. Monica Bing.
Right. Shield of faith on myself. Health, because dear God, I'm going to need it if I want to try and survive this.
You're the only person that can res as well, so don't die.
Have you still only got like 5 hit points?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fuck
Lucky
it.
Bus Res.
4 hit points.
For the record,
Oh,
this was one of
I
your
whacked
snatch and
you.
grab. I didn't expect you guys to like be too tanky for sleep to work. That was a fuck up on my part.
4 hit points because I whacked him one.
Well, somehow our ranger has 44 hit points. That's like 10
I've
more
got
than
41. I've got 4d10 hit die, but I've got +2 Constitution.
That's ridiculous. That's actually more than me. And I'm meant to be the
That's
fighter.
more than our ranger in the real life game at level 6.
That's mad, isn't it? I rolled all my hit points out. I gave
Amazing.
myself maximum for the
Welcome to
first
this
level.
to rolling for stats.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that
Yeah.
can't be right, mate, then. Oh, hold on, wait.
Yeah, because I should have, if I was maximum, I'd have 40.
48.
I'd have 50. I'd have 52.
No, you'd have 48 if you got a D10 and 2
Oh,
con.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, 48. Yeah.
You rolled super well on your rolling.
Damn, son.
Let me double check on. No, you're right. It isn't 41. It's 36.
Oh. Still wouldn't have gone to sleep, but
Oh,
yeah.
Still
yeah.
wouldn't have gone to sleep.
Flip the
No,
table and
wouldn't
walk
have.
away.
That
Just
was a
ruin my
complete fuck up on
immersion.
my part.
Yeah.
Would have
Right,
been great if it worked, but I was like, I don't want to fudge the roll on this. I was like, nah, I've called it as sleep, so it's.
Yeah, I had my hit point max for some reason like 41 on roll 20, but it was 36 on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's because Roll20 auto max out or
Yeah.
does the auto average.
I did.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, I did put in like manually put in my hit points, but for some reason it just
Yeah.
changed it.
The manually altering your hit point on Roll20.
Yeah.
Not on Roll20, on D&D Beyond is finicky as well.
Yeah, I rolled out the hit points and then like manually put them in. So 36 sounds more right.
Yeah. Right. Assessing the situation, realizing best not get in the big guy's face. I'm going to get in Monica's face and take a swing at her with the wiki.
The wiki's out.
Yep, the wiki's out.
Right, on you go then.
Does a 5 hit?
I'm gonna say no.
Just miss. Just.
If I mean, she could have walked over to the bar, poured herself a drink, and then sat back and then stood where she was, and you still would have been like, eh.
I am very sleep deprived.
Yeah, that's what you are, sleep deprived.
Yes, but I've got her in my combat zone, so she can't get away too easily.
Well, she can if you're trying to hit like that.
Ooh.
Show me better then.
You do look pretty much dead, so I don't think you're that much of a threat to her.
I can't
Galen,
believe we're
take it
having
away.
this conversation in the middle of combat.
You guys are sucking each other off, sucking Viska off walls.
I don't see you.
To be fair,
Okay,
3 of
I
us are
don't see the
drunk.
rest of you doing any better.
Cloud just
That's
points
'cause we
to the bloke on the
haven't
floor
tried
at his
yet.
feet.
Yeah, I know. That's why I looked at. Then that's why I looked at the others. That's why I don't see any of any.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we should let him die. Maybe it'll teach him not to fuck around with demons.
I won't
Yes.
call you a demon.
Yes, ma'am. Let Viska die.
Galen, take it away, boy.
Galen is going to use half his movement to get up.
Okay. Yep.
And how far or how close are these guys from us?
Guard that's kind of like bleeding out while standing there is about 5 feet away from you, and Monica's 10 feet as she's backed away.
Okay, I'm gonna move into the guard's face and just take a hit at Monica. Do I get advantage because Viska's flanking her?
I would say it's a straight attack because you're
Yeah.
still kind of like
That's
off
what
cut.
that's what I'm gonna ask, because if it's advantage, disadvantage, straight. No, I do not.
You can swing at her, and she just kind of again, just kind of with a bit of light footwork, just steps out your way.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna throw up on the guard's foot. Like, huh?
Second
What's
attack
up?
roll. Just bear with me here. Make a second kind of like dex thing, just in general. Oh, you missed the guard.
I missed
just
throwing up on his
all
shoes.
over the bar. All over the bar, just everywhere.
I'm ready.
Your turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Elspeth.
So
Watch
no,
your
it's
combat
not
just
me.
feebly swing and
It's
then
not me.
spew. This is just turning into a really disgusting situation.
It's Toto.
Toto.
It's Toto first. Because he got 10.18, I got 10.11.
Alright, sorry, Toto.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit. Okay, I want to hunter's mark Monica. First off. Oh, I didn't want to do hunter's mark damage. Yeah, I just want to hunter's marker. And then shit, she's too close for me to use a bow on her, isn't she?
Partially move out of the way and then take a shot.
Yeah, I want to move back and I want to draw a bow and I want to keep it on her and I want to hold my attack until somebody else hits her.
Someone else takes the first. It's like someone else hit her first.
Yeah, somebody else.
Unicorn's gonna hit her.
Once somebody else causes damage to her, then I'll let the arrow fly.
Nope, holding your attack until someone else gets the hit. Which Elspeth.
Yep.
So for my action, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. Just in the general direction of them, in a 20-foot cube. So everyone gets advantage on the attack roll. And they can't be invisible. So she can't fuck off. Yes.
What's your DC?
It's just auto, I believe. Oh no, dexterity saving throw. So my DC is 13.
Or Monica first.
Fails.
And for the guard.
Oh, thank God.
They both fail.
Luckily enough, I saved, so they're not going to get advantage on me.
Luckily.
And it's violet light.
Going for a bit of the old ultraviolet, I see.
Yes. Purple. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Inspiration. And I'm going to look in Viska's direction and then turn and cast Inspiration on Cloud.
Oh, savage.
Ooh, savage. Love it.
Burn.
Okay, well, let your turn. I'll say it is the guard's turn first. And the guard's gonna just like barely holding himself together, is just gonna look at Toto and go, "You little bastard." Pulls out his great axe. Kind of stuffed over his shoulder, just kind of like he's barely able to stand as he's moving over to swing it.
Oh, that's a miss.
But he's giving you the absolute stink eye as he says, like, "Ugh, you little shit." Brings it round for a second swing.
Oh, I'm
Embeds
just
it in the
ducking and
bar.
weaving.
Can you-
Alan's sick, just like.
Can you please continue rolling this bollocksly on Wednesday, please?
No, I'll be making sure that when I roll, I'm going to make sure I get all the bad ones out tonight, and then get all the good ones on Wednesday. But, but yeah, that guard's completely made a complete ass of himself.
Yeah, I'm just ducking and weaving, and I'm keeping one eye closed and like the arrow still pulled, like aimed at Monica. I'm just not even looking at the guy, just ducking and weaving.
At which point, Monica's going to turn, look at Viska, and goes, "You tried to hit me, darling." Pulls this rather fancy looking scimitar out. And takes a swing.
Oh, bollocks.
What's your AC?
16.
Shit, let me have it. Oh, what is a fucking long so scimitar again? D6. I want to double check. Very bad. Very quickly. It's the scimitar in a flurry of motion and just carves it across your chest. And the armor.
Elizabeth, you don't have healing word or anything, do
I
you?
do. But that's not what I'm considering doing right now. I'm just waiting to see what the damage roll is.
I deliberately didn't pick like cure wounds because I knew that you had like a bard and a cleric, and now I wish I did.
I've
'Cause
got
cleric's
healing
an
word.
idiot.
I didn't
Quick-
know that when I made the character.
Quick out of character question.
Right. I'm gonna cutting words that.
What was your question?
If Viska dies and then is brought back, does that mean that the succubus dies and comes back as well?
I would
Find
assume. So you only take 2 points of damage. I took 4 points of damage off of that.
Okay. And as a reaction, I'm going to English rebuke. So she needs to make a DC 10 saving throw.
Nope, just misses it.
So she takes 6 points of fire damage.
And then I let that arrow fly.
Go for it. Do me proud.
Come on, baby.
Go back to Kansas total.
Oh,
Oh.
natural, double natural.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Right. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to just take a little shot of that in my phone.
Double natural 20s.
In the immortal words of Will Smith, that's that bullshit. That's that
Mhm.
bullshit right here. Roll me that. What's the total
So that
damage?
is the piercing damage is 14
Okay.
plus 6. So what
20.
20 plus that would be oh shit. No, yeah, what? Plus 12.
So 32
So
altogether.
32 points of damage, yeah.
After watching her take a swing at Viska, narrowly making purchase, and then as Illustrated Brute knocks her back, you fire that arrow and it just goes straight through the bottom of her jaw, out the back of her head, and she just keels over dead.
Fucking how have I've only made 2 shots with that longbow and it's been natural 20s both times. I
Don't
am
Just like
complain.
import that to our live game for our ranger, that'd be swell.
Import that
Oh,
to our
God.
live game for all of our characters come Wednesday.
At which point the last guard just kind of turns around and says, Monica, and just notices that she's lying down dead on the floor, and she's like, oh fuck this, nope, 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 and kind of foolishly tries to go for the door.
Yeah.
Does
There
that
would
give
have been
Toto and Cloud attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
And Gallon as well.
I'm just pointing out that 5 would have been added to the Hellish Rebuke because I forgot. My racial trait casts it at 2nd level, not 1st. So I would have done 11, so it would have been a little easier to be killed
Oh,
anyway.
trust me, even at full health, that 32 would have been an instant kill.
Just be glad he doesn't have leveling rogue yet.
I can safely say, as his
Oh.
guards try to run away, you guys just
Yeah.
eviscerate him, and all you hear from outside is like a bunch of angry voices, and then suddenly start going, wait, what, no! They're standing all like caked in blood. Gallon's got a little bit of pukes down his armor, which is barely, out of the forge, and he's just got mixture of blood and sick and
Um,
alcohol in it.
I actually can't wear my armor because I'm not strong enough to wear it. So I'm
Oh,
actually
well,
just
then
wearing
you just like normal clothes in. So I thought you had you on.
Yeah.
And as you guys, in the space of like 6 seconds, have turned this place into a complete, absolute, just like menagerie of mess, you can just hear a bunch of muffled noises from outside.
I'm dropping Fairy Fire and casting Invisibility on myself.
Okay, so you're invisible.
I'd oh, give me a second.
I cast Mask of Many Faces to turn back into a human again.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to get out of here. Give me a second.
I'm going to use naturally stealthy to attempt to hide, even when I'm obscured only by a creature that is at least 1 size larger than me. So I'm going to hide behind Cloud.
What, do you
Oh,
just
he's
like
stealth
leap on
and
my
it-
back?
Yep.
He's just hiding behind you like a small child.
Yeah, I'm only small size. That makes you 1 size larger than me. That means I can use
Yeah.
you to hide.
Cloud goes over and quickly checks the bodies.
Yeah, while they do that, I'm gonna cast darkness with my last spell slot on the door, so that people when they come in, they'll need to actually go through the darkness before they can see it. And
Oh
I'll try
shit!
to.
I can cast fog cloud.
I think we need to get out of here. Oh god, give me a second.
Maka's still upstairs asleep. I do not say that.
Um,
Well, I do say that out loud, but you don't see where it's coming from because I'm invisible.
I
Oh,
prefer
shit,
to
Marcus is
just
asleep.
leave the darkness because I can see through the darkness.
Hey man, we
we
could just
can-
burn the tavern down.
We can click.
At which point you hear the barman going, "Please don't do that," as he's cowering behind the desk.
We'll take Maka with us.
Yeah, I'm going to search Monica's body.
Right, roll an investigation check on anyone who wants to search the bodies.
Toto was doing that as well, right?
And a cloud was doing it.
Okay.
Cloud. Since you got first dibs, you find on Monica scimitar speed.
Oh.
Which, if she had a chance, she would have bonus action and fucking cut Viska into pieces with it.
I like that she got killed on her own turn, and it was all of the damage.
Yeah. You'd have killed her in one shot if you'd landed that hit without anyone else. Just like, ping! 32
Damn.
points on the dot.
Yes. This is
Somebody
like,
else needed to hit her for that Colossus Slayer damage.
so just the person who doesn't like killing is like literally one-shotting the bosses.
That's
They're not really
that's
bosses, they're just like little lieutenants.
Well,
That-
yeah, the
Cloud
lieutenants, but the
yeah.
bosses of our little combats, but he's just one-shotting them and then going and crying and wetting himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not that I don't like killing, it's just I've never done it before. This is all
Well, you're
new.
pretty freaking good at it.
Maybe I
get
found my
used to it.
calling.
Oh, he's only going mad with power.
I will kill you all.
Take an intimidation check as you shout that out just abruptly. As Viska and Cloud are still rifling through the pockets. Cloud finds about 300 gold between in Monica's pockets, and
What?
a little satchel of powder that he's not quite sure what it is, but it looks useful.
While they do that, I'm gonna run upstairs and try and wake Maka up.
Go upstairs, and as the noises outside continue, and there seems like there's more of them. All of a sudden break, and you just hear somebody going, "Wait, what did that?" Jessica just hears like a voice in the back of his head just going, "You can come out now."
Um, guys, I believe uh, I believe my wife has dealt with the trouble outside.
Okay. Um, we we still need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yo, let's just grab Maka and go.
Yeah.
As Elspeth goes upstairs, Maka was just like so that typical sort of like tossed and turned sort of like anime girl snot bubble kind of like extending and retracting as she's sleeping, just like wake up, wake up, wake up. And she eventually starts like goes, "What time is it?"
I'm invisible, so she's probably fucking freaking out right now because she can't fucking see what's going on. But I'm gonna grab her
pretty much.
hand.
She's like, "What's going on?" Is like, and you just feel something touching you. She's like, "What's that? What's that?"
I'm
Goes to the
gonna
point where she pulls
go.
our swords out.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
go.
we can
Shush! It's
just
me!
let it
It's me! It's me! Calm down. We need to go. We need to go. And I'm gonna start tugging at her hand.
He immediately stops and he goes, "Ah, okay," and starts throws her clothes back on and then swords out, but not directed at you, and starts following you downstairs.
Well, going downstairs. She can't see me to follow me.
Following your voice as you like, "Follow me," or whatever, or go this way. And the barman is, whilst all that's going on, just sitting there and just goes, "What the fuck do you people do at my bar?"
Send the bill to
It's
Marion.
it's okay. It's okay. It's all sorted. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab a bottle from the top of the shelf and start walking out the bar after using Devil's Sight. So I can
Just like, you take the ball.
Send the bill to Marion. Marion Cole. He'll deal with it.
You kind of just sit puzzle for a second, and as you walk out, you see there's at least 3 more guys in quite a bit of a mess. There's a 4th one on his knees with Aphrodite's hand on his collar. And it's the little class member who sent who gave you the letter.
Oh,
Yo, we got played.
no. I expected this sort of thing to happen. Unfortunately, they made a mistake. We've made friends as well. And
Well, from this invisible verse, you've made a friend.
Well,
I-
I think the mistake was they shut themselves when they realised they fucked up.
At which point
Basically,
succubus who's got her like horns and wings all out on display. She just basically went full reveal for this. She's like, actually, shh. And she pulls at the guy's collar, and you can see that he's got like a myriad tattoo underneath his clasp outfit. At this point, then goes Plan B in case she didn't mess up and I didn't catch him. You're welcome. And just shoves him forward.
Thank you, darling.
As she kind of like reverts back to kind of like a humanoid form, she gives these little blowjob kiss and goes, "This is fun. I'm loving all this."
And I must say, I think I find you more appealing in your form.
At which point, as she's walking away and swaying her hips, her tail just appears briefly, and then again.
Right, enough of the foreplay. Maybe we should get out of here before any guards turn up.
Actually,
At which point, the guy on the dock goes, "I agree. Let's get out of here, lads." As he's face first in the dock.
I
Let's
take the
not
wiki
kill
and
this guy,
drop
let's
it on
take-
his ankle.
Oh,
Now, I'm sure Marion mentioned how I've got a very bad temper.
He kind of looks and goes, "Who the fuck is Marion?"
He doesn't work for the clasp. Has the succubus taken your brains as well?
No, I was just trying to see. There was another member of his organization in the class. I guess
Is-
he's not.
There's more than likely this is how the game works, my friend. The class has members in their group, they have members in their group. It's the way it works. Then Cloud will just grab the collar of the bloke and start huffing him away.
Hang on. I have an idea. Toto,
yo,
where's the brother's business? I think we have a present for him.
That is my plan, but let's be away for now.
you know where he is. He's the clasp guy that we spoke to right at the start, right?
I can find him quite easily.
Yeah. He's always hanging out in that shady tavern. Is it worth keeping this guy alive, or should we just kill him now and just flee the city?
It's worth keeping him alive. He might
Yes.
have more information on the last boss.
All right, well then just wrap him up and let's take him with us. I'm more than happy to just get out of the city now.
Unfortunately, I think we're not very well equipped to get information out of him. The clasp, on the other hand, are.
Look, man, let's just tie him up and go. We can just beat the shit out of him for days. Trust me, I've got a thirst for killing now.
Trust me, with Gallon's crow in a few days, there's much you can break on a person.
Yes, problem is, once you break a person, the information cannot be relied upon.
What?
Also, the
Well,
long
you could always use more subtle talent to get information.
But it's not our problem. We'll exchange him.
As you're all talking, you're not much aware of this, but just for like player's sake, as Elspeth suggests more subtle methods, Aphrodite's just sitting there like giving her sort of like okay symbol behind her. It's like yes.
If Elspeth had seen that, I know she probably hasn't, but she's fucking disgusted.
Huh. Something you two agree on for a change.
Elspeth hasn't seen it, so.
look. If we spend more days here,
I literally
letting the
tie him up.
clasp-
Right, shut up. Let's go. I need to sleep on the way, so So we'll find a cart or something because I'm going to pass out in the back of that with him.
I thought we were dropping him off.
Yeah. We just take him like a little ways away from the heat and just hide out somewhere a bit quiet for the time being, with him gagged and bound.
Whatever. Let's go.
Let's just start making our way out of the city and then just camp somewhere. We can always hang out for a day, torturing this guy.
Viska just goes to find a horse and carriage. Or literally basically something
We had
where,
a cart, did we not? I'm sure we had a cart.
yeah,
It
didn't
was
we
given back
return it?
to the Relic Seekers.
Yeah.
Galen
was
has been
legit.
sick this whole time just so to avoid a hangover.
And
Mm.
out of Viska's bag, he pulls out that big bottle of whatever the hell sort of strong ass liquor it is and pops it open. Like I said, I'm going to pass out. And he just starts chugging the bottle.
Cloud just turns to Toto and say, "Lead us into the woods, somewhere quiet and out of the way for the time being, friend."
I am real handy at the woods, so I'm gonna find us a nice spot somewhere outside the city, or just somewhere real wildernessy and secluded for us to hide out.
So, as your, I'll say for the sake of speeding that up, you managed to find a nice secluded area. You managed to pass the bridge where the mad tiefling guard is, and he kind of just gives a little eyes towards Elspeth, and like, hi.
I'm
As you-
invisible, yo.
Oh right, okay, you can't see you, so you're just like, oh, it's that group of people. Ah, hi. And just as you walk past, you manage to slip off on the other side road, goes into the woods, finding a little secluded spot. But not exactly the driest of nights, but it will do use.
Good night. I finish the bottle and pass out.
Once Viska's asleep, Elspeth is going to take out the small harp he brought her and just pop it next to him.
Oh, that's cold.
Oh, it's cold damage, jeez, oh.
Viska has now died.
That has to be a D6, a D8 or at least.
She's not doing it, like, happily or angrily. She's just very sad when she's doing it. But she does it.
Viska dies from a broken heart.
Oh, someone cast Despacito. I can't believe I just said that, but but yeah, as she placed the heart next to him, and he's just kind of sitting there like drunk in a haze, you see Aphrodite in a nearby tree, just leaning against it, just kind of sitting there, just like frowning a little bit. Shrugs, and then kind of just disappears behind a tree.
I'm still invisible.
But she just sees the heart getting placed, and just kind of goes,
Game place, she did.
But she knows what's going on.
We know her first victim.
She's aiming for me.
The plot thickens.
I'll volunteer to take first watch.
I was gonna say I don't mind staying up all night and taking a point of exhaustion if everyone wants to sleep.
I'm an elf, I only need 4 hours of sleep, so I can take 4 of the 8 hours. And then it
Alright, yeah.
only needs 2 people to take the other 2 hours each.
Yeah, Cloud will take a couple of hours.
Yeah, I'll take a couple hours.
Guys all do your shifts. I'll say it's an uneventful night. You just keep watch, you keep an eye out. You see a couple of people kind of skulking about, but they're not any threat to you. There's people just try to keep to themselves or keep out of sight, out of mind of other things. And you get a bit of a long night's rest.
I hate to say it, but should we call it there?
Up to you guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I'll put
fine.
work at like
I
5 a.m.
don't want to play some more, but
Yeah, this seems like a good point to call it for
Yeah,
tonight.
good point. They call it quits. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that myself when I was looking at the time. I'm like,
You know what we're like? We can get into all God knows what.
but yeah. How do you guys find that for the first game session of 2019?
Really good.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yep.
That was so much fun. I'm just loving our little ranger, just literally one-shotting people at the minute.
Yeah, how the everlasting fuck did that happen?
You know what? I'm genuinely struggling to come up with MVP for this because like Toto's like one-shotting people and then crying a bit because he's having a bit of a crisis of confidence. No, he's having a bit of a crisis, and then you've got Viska here just kind of making contracts with.
Yeah,
No,
man.
I don't think Viska's MVP. Vetoing that decision.
Just oh my god.
Which position though? He's learned a few.
Oh.
Which I'm more than
Also-
happy to teach Elspeth.
Elspeth probably knows more positions than your fucking succubus does.
I'm really loving Elspeth's like hatred of the succubus and like that whole Elspeth
Oh, yeah.
Fisker thing is really cool. I like it.
Yeah, Becca's role play has been spot on.
Yeah, it's really good.
If Viska wasn't so drained, I could probably play it even more heartbroken with how she's acting, but with how drained he was, he just couldn't put across these. He couldn't really get across his emotions.
How many spell slots do you have? Because this is the first time you've slept in like 48 hours, isn't it?
Yep. Luckily, I had no level 2 spell slots. I still had all of my first level spell slots.
Seriously?